Hello there, everyone, and welcome to our third day of the Fall 2022 NABC Robot Individual. So despite what I thought was a pretty weak set, we actually pulled out okay yesterday, 68 and change. We were 15th in yesterday's session, and overall we're sitting in 25th with an average of about 65%. Leo is still up there. He had a very, very poor result yesterday, but maybe he can bounce back. He's still in 7th place currently. The leader is close to a 72% average over 2 sets. So we have some catching up to do. We're sitting down here in 25th, right behind Eric Greco, so got some good company here. But we have our work cut out for us if we want to make it into the top. So it is looking like somewhere around 70%, and I think that's what I've been saying for a few days, is going to take the top spot. If we score an 80 today, we'll be right up there at 75 or 70% average over 3 sets. But of course 80 is kind of hard to come by. This was our session yesterday. We did have 3 boards under 10% that a couple of these could have gone differently. 6 hearts and 6 no trump, we went down. But a lot of strong results outside of that, which carried us to a pretty good session overall. I would highly recommend, we had one actual 100%. It was played across 20 plus odd pairs, and you can see the most frequent score was 1 no trump going down. We made a no trump. And this, I think, mostly was due to a pretty strong decision that we took early in the play. So I would recommend going back and checking that out if you care and want to learn a little bit about how to approach some match point hands. And maybe it wasn't really a robot consideration. It was honestly more of I was just trying to make my contract position. So I don't know what happened at the other tables, but I think I played the hand quite well, and we did end up getting a plus score, whereas most of the field went down. Well, without further ado, 24 more boards to go. Let's jump into day 3 of the Robot Individual. Trying to remember that it is a best hand tournament, so as usual, if I have some sort of middling high card count, 12 or 13, we know that game is going to be a little remote, unless partner has a maximum. But we'll try and do our best in the set. I'm not really going to go out of my way to aim for 80%. I'm just, my tendency with a lot of bridge tournaments is that you just want to be consistent. If you're scoring 60, 65% on average in your sets, especially in these kind of weak fields, then you're probably going to do pretty well overall. It might look very impressive to be in first place after day 1, but bridge events are not a sprint. They're kind of a distance race, and you would much rather have 3 sessions of 65 or 66% than 1 session where you score an 80 and the other 2 where you're at about average. Also, I think your partners might like you a bit more. In this case, we don't really care what our partner thinks. Our partner's not going to talk back to us or get upset. But in real life, if you're very inconsistent in your play, you're probably not going to attract a lot of partners who want to play with you. Okay, first board out of the box, we have 19, 4-4 in the majors. I'm going to open a club. We don't have a 5-card suit. I think I mentioned this a couple times on my Twitch channel, that when you have these big balanced hands, it tends to be the case that honors get scrunched into your short suits, and that makes them a little weaker. Like, we would much rather have king doubleton of diamonds and the ace in one of our longer suits, contributing to potentially setting up our long suits rather than just providing stoppers for our short suits. So I will start with a club. And over heart, I know the robots don't like to respond to the opening bid with less than 6 high card points. I mean, maybe an odd 5 count would go in there. So normally with a human partner, I would bid 3 hearts with this kind of hand. And that would basically shove my hand into this like 18 to 19 balanced with 4 trumps, or some sort of like 16 count that is unbalanced and shapely in some way, both of which are pretty equivalent in terms of offensive strength. But with the robots, I think I have to bid 4 hearts, just because I don't think they their range for responding is a little wider, or not wider, narrower, and they chop off the like 0 to 5 counts that they might respond with. One of the big advantages of being able to bid 3 hearts is that if your partner really responded on like a 0 count, you'll at least sign off in a game. You'll play in your 5-4 heart fit, hopefully. So it allows your partner a bit more flexibility in responding to your opening bid if you have that style. Anyway, enough said. I think 4 hearts is going to be the spot. It could be the case that 3 no trump is, well, not via a 3 no trump bid. That would show long solid clubs, but 3 no trump might be the right contract. Still, I have some distribution, and the possible partner has extra heart length. So I'm going to bid 4 hearts. We get a club lead. Okay. This hand looks somewhat straightforward off the get-go. I mean, one of the tricky things here, I guess, is we want to avoid a club ruff if possible. It does look like East has led from shortness. So, how do I want to try and avoid the club ruff? Because if I can just pull trumps, run the clubs, unblock the ace, king, diamonds, well, in some order like that, then I can run the 10 of spades. If hearts are 3-2, West can win and will be end played into leading spades or giving me a rough sluff. That would take my 10 tricks. But of course, if they get a club ruff, then that's going to make all of this a little more difficult. So the basic idea here is we're going to want to have West win the first trump trick with either the ace or king. So, another concern is I kind of want to unblock the clubs. Like, I think it would be nice if I could lead a heart from North's hand. Like if I was able to win the opening lead in the North hand and lead a low heart, maybe East would work out the right defense, which would be to hop up with the ace of hearts, if that's the heart honor they had, to continue clubs. Then when West got in with a heart, they could give their partner a club ruff. Maybe. Again, we don't know if this is going to happen. It's possible that East only has 2 trumps. It's also possible that, the clubs could be 3-3. But I think maybe one of the issues I see with that line is that the clubs are not going to split. And so if I were to win, say, the Jack of Clubs, lead a heart, even if I was able to do all the things I want, I would need to unblock the king, queen of clubs, unblock the diamonds. I have no way back to North's hand to cash the club ace before taking the spade hook. So I think I do need to win the trick in the south hand. 7 king 2. I'll play low. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the queen of hearts. This might induce a cover from West if they have the king. It also might induce a cover from West if they have the ace. And so this can avoid the issue where East wins the first heart, plays back a second club, and then West is able to win the second round of hearts and give East a ruff. So I think this is our best chance. It now just depends on how the opponents defend. Okay, so we do get West to win the King of Hearts and return a club. And now we're just hoping that East has... Oh, I see what part of the problem is going to be. Because even if I now lead a heart and East wins, East can play a spade. And that's going to bust my communications. I can't really afford to duck because West would win and give their partner a club ruff. And if I pop up with the ace, then I've lost my ability to lose only one spade trick. Maybe. Actually, spades could be 4-2 as well. Okay, well, let's continue by trying to pull trumps. Ah, well, that's pleasant. So it looks like West had ace king third of hearts, which meant, you know, there was never going to be a club ruff. So that's cool. Now I guess we can just strip the hand. It looks like I can just play 2 rounds of diamonds, 2 rounds of clubs, throwing a spade. Either take the spade finesse or exit a trump. Either one is going to be fine at that point, and we'll collect our 10 tricks. So as it turns out, East had 2 clubs, but they only had 2 hearts as well. And in fact, we can just claim. The robots should accept this. It was king, queen, third of spades offside, so that's positive. Maybe some players are not going to find the end play. I kind of expect most people to be able to play this hand in a way which will take 10 tricks, but not sure. Also, maybe there's, you know, maybe something different happens if we were to open to no trump with our cards, with our 19 count. It seems as if you'll still get to 4 hearts. It'll go 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 hearts, 4 hearts. Maybe some pairs end up in 3 no. Not sure if that's going to score better or worse. I mean, obviously, it is possible for Declare to collect 10 tricks and no trump. I think it's very unlikely with the king, queen, third of spades offside. But maybe West, you know, misdefends badly enough that they can get thrown in with a spade eventually. If they don't set up their diamond tricks early enough. Well, not a bad start. It's hard to imagine doing better. I mean, maybe 3 no trump can take 10 tricks if someone is really ambitious about it, but I'm pretty happy with where we ended up. I'm happy that we, you know, took a sensible line of play. It would have looked way better from our perspective if East really did have ace third of hearts. Then when I led the queen and it went king small, we could have avoided the club ruff. I did mention that there were some issues in the spade suit if we took that line, but you know, happy that we got a plus score on board 1, so off to an okay start. Next board, we have 15, 5, 4, 2, 2. It's really strong spade suit. I'm going to open a spade. One of the things that I kind of don't like about the 1 spade opener is that auctions become a little difficult later. So like if I open a spade and partner bids, say, no trump, which is the most common 2/1 response to a major suit opener, I can bid 2 clubs, which I think is totally fine for now. But if partner then bids 2 spades, their range for this 2 spade bid could be anything from like 3 spades with a 5 count, where they just didn't think they were good enough to raise 1 spade to 2, all the way up to like 10 points or maybe even 11 points with a doubleton spade. And opposite those kinds of hands, we probably want to be in game. So we might have a difficult decision if the auction plays out like that. And I honestly don't know what I should be doing in that spot. Ace, king, jack, 10, fifth of spades could easily provide a bunch of tricks. So maybe we want to try and rebid 2 no trump, but normally that 2 no bid would be like 18 to 19, or maybe a little bit stronger in terms of high cards than what we have here. One of the things that I really like systemically is just mostly opening every balanced 15 to 17, or whatever your strong no trump range is, with a no trump. So if I was playing my preferred methods with like a human partner, where like we played puppet Stayman over a no trump opener, we could find the 5-3 spade fit, I would open this a no trump, and then it takes a lot of pressure off the rest of the bids in the system, so that if we did have an auction that started a spade, a no trump, 2 clubs, 2 spades, I could then safely pass when I have hands that are not in the 15 to 17 range, and otherwise rebid 2 no, and partner would be confident that I really had like 18 to 19 most of the time for that kind of bid. But let's see what happens. I mean, there's no guarantee that the auction proceeds as we expected, and it looks like it does not. We open a spade, West makes a takeout double, and East bids a no trump. Now, I don't like letting them play in a no trump, not vulnerable, but we are vulnerable. And if I were to bid something like 2 clubs, even if the opponents don't double us, and I do happen to know that these robot opponents are kind of terrified of doubling the opposition, we might just be going minus 200 undoubled. I mean, I could get to 2 spades undoubled down 2. I might play in 2 clubs down 2. So I don't think bidding over a no trump makes a ton of sense. It's a little sad that we might end up letting them play here, and they probably will play here. I mean, with us having 15, we know West doesn't have like a power double with their own suit that they're going to bid. Like if West were to bid 2 hearts next, that would show a single suited hand with hearts. So I think we just pass out a no trump. Oh. Well, this is interesting now. So West has shown a power double with clubs, and we actually happen to know that that's not what's going on. Because we only have 15. I mean, West can't have a hand that actually was too strong to overcall. So that to me means that West, I think, has a very distributional hand. They probably have like maybe even 7 clubs. Okay, so interesting conundrum here. I mean, I think I'm doubling. I think I probably should double this. A concern I have with that action is maybe the opponents are making 5 clubs. Right? It's looking more and more like West has a void in spades because they've made this power double with clubs on only 15 high card points. So if West has a spade void and a very long club suit, I mean, the queen jack of diamonds is going to be very friendly for them. We have no spade tricks on defense, just the club ace. I don't have extra club spots that are going to be particularly helpful. I mean, I'm pretty sure 3 no trump is going down. So this is a bit of a tricky spot where at match points, you don't really know how the opponent is going to act, right? I think against humans, I would pass this in a heartbeat. I would just expect that most of the field would not be making this insane takeout double with West cards and then rebidding 2 clubs. But against the robots, obviously everyone's going to be doing this. Now, I mean, maybe someone will open my hand a no trump, and that's an alternative consideration. Because if I knew doubling 3 no trump would pass out, absolutely I would do that. There's no guarantee we beat that contract. It's possible that West has like 0-4-4-5 and they can take 4 tricks in both red suit as well as the spade queen before I can get in. But I think it is pretty likely that 3-0 would go down on some line of defense. You know, I haven't really decided if I'm supposed to lead the ace of spades or if I'm supposed to lead the jack of spades or what my plan really is. I mean, it's also possible East has like queen 9-8 fifth of spades and just has 2 natural spade stoppers. That's another way that 3-0 trump might make. Well, so, I mean, again, we have a couple of options. I could double. First off, hope that it's going down. I think it's very likely it is, but wouldn't be that surprised if we were minus 550. And then if West runs to some number of clubs, I guess I just have to sit for it. I wouldn't be thrilled at that point, but you know, they'll probably make something in that case. The upside of doubling is like maybe 3-0 is making and West runs. I think that the only issue is like double makes it more likely West runs from 3-0. And to a contract that might give a lower upside if it's making, like either 4 clubs or maybe even 5 clubs. But it's very likely that they're making that contract if they do run. I think I'm going to pass. Now, I don't know if this is this is such a tricky spot. Because I don't really know the robot's tendencies in these positions. What do I think the field would do here? I kind of expect the field would just double. So maybe I should do that to try and stay in the same spot as the field. Could make sense. But I mean, if the field doubles, like, it does increase the chance of West running. I'm kind of torn. I think I'm going to pass. This is a tough spot. This is a tough spot. I mean, it's possible if I pass, West runs anyway. So you know, maybe something that I didn't consider is North didn't raise spades, our partner. East didn't raise clubs. Maybe it's possible that our partner has some stuff in the red suits and 5 clubs is just going down. Like if we just pull trumps, okay, maybe West gets 6 club tricks, but are they really taking 5 more tricks outside of it? I mean, possibly. Definitely possible. I think I should double. I mean, if this passes out, it's just got to be a good result for us. And if it, well, I say that, but I hope I don't eat my words on this one because it is kind of looking like spades might be 5-6-2-0 around the table. That's very possible. The more I'm thinking about it, the more it just feels like 3-0 trump might just be making. So if that's the case, I think I really like double, because we have the upside of maybe 3-no's going down, or maybe West actually runs when they were making this contract. I think I'm going to try double. Oh boy. Okay. I think it's too scary to try anything other than a high spade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just need to take a look at the dummy. Now, I mean, it might be the case if the opponents really do have 25 highs between them here, like East has 10 and West has 15, that the only lead to beat this is a low spade trying to hit partner with 9 doubleton, but I am not going to play for that. I think I just absolutely need to, oh. Okay then. Wow, this was a terrible decision by West. They had, I mean, technically a 15 count, but singleton queen of spades. Yikes. Okay, I feel great about my decision now. So now our objective is basically to just try and maximize our profit. Ace of spades to the queen, 2 and 3. Again, I mean, it's very possible East has all of the missing high cards, the heart king, the club king, and the diamond ace. The fact that they bid a no trump with only, I mean, presumably 5 spades to the 9, could be 4 spades to the 9, I'm not really, it would be nice if I knew what partner's signal at trick 1 was. Like, is there any way that what I'm supposed to do now is to lead a low spade to partner's 9, or to try and get partner in with the heart king so that they can take a spade hook through declare? Probably not. Ace of spades, queen, 2, 3. Fascinating. Kind of curious. If East really had 5 spades to the 9, they would probably pass out a spade doubled if they had this 10 count. So it's kind of looking like either East doesn't have 5 spades to the 9, or East just is missing one of these important cards, the diamond ace, the club king, or the heart king. Obviously, if I knew the spades were running, I would just do that now, but I'm trying to be a little careful about how I play. So partner could have 9 doubleton of spades. I mean, like, it's very possible we want to lead a low spade now. It would be useful to have some sort of signaling method in this position to figure out what's going on. I'm surprised East didn't run with no spade honors. It strongly feels to me like East should have run when I doubled. That sounds to me like I have running spades or something over here. But I'm happy they didn't. So I mean, I'm happy that I decided to double. We're getting a plus score, probably a pretty decent plus score on the board, but we do want to be a little careful as to how we defend. Partner played the 2 of spades at trick 1. I mean, if that was known to be count, that would be helpful. Then again, with like a human partner, I might have like led the king, asking for count specifically, which would have been a useful thing to do. So if I start playing spades, declare will probably be throwing diamonds from the dummy. If declare ends up throwing clubs from the dummy, then we might know that our partner has the club king, and that could be useful information. I'm just a little spooked that if I cash the king of spades and partner's 9 pops up, we've lost a trick. You know, I'm trying to win the event, and it would be nice to get an 80% round. It's also 30 minutes into the video, and we're only on board 2. I've been making slightly longer videos over the course of this event so far. I have to imagine today is going to be the same with that. Okay. Is there any way I can find out what the right defense is? Or should I just like try and bash the king jack of spades and see what happens? Like if I switch to hearts and declare has the club king, they can win the heart ace and knock out the ace of clubs, and then I would have to cash spades anyway. I think it's just gotta be right to try and run the spade suit immediately. You know, I do believe that it is more likely than not East has a 5-card spade suit. Actually, it's probably very likely that East has a 5-card spade suit, isn't it? Or 6 even. I mean, 6 would be weird. I would probably always pass a spade with 6. Pass a spade doubled, sorry. But if East only had 4 spades, they would basically be 4 triple 3. Otherwise, they could have bid a 4-card suit over the takeout double. And that would leave them with 3 clubs, where maybe they wouldn't have bid 3 no. Maybe they would have raised to 3 clubs. But that could be a reason, actually, why East bid 3 no, is because they have king third of clubs. It says 9 to 10 high card points, so I'm thinking that they probably have all of the missing high cards. Okay, I'm going to try the king of spades. I'm going to feel real bad if the 9 shows up. Okay. I'm going to try another spade. Alright, spades are 5, 5, 2, 1 around the table. We do see a club discard from West. Maybe not that surprising. Alright. So the declarer does have hand entries where they can set up their spades. It looks like East might be 5, 3, 3, 2. Is possible. If that's the case, maybe there's some way that I can get another trick somehow. Because it feels like I'm just going to be able to take my ace of clubs and 10 of spades, but I'm looking. I mean, the 8 of clubs technically might come into its own here and become an extra trick. I don't think it can hurt to try a diamond right now. Like if I just cash the 10 of spades, I mean, declare can throw a diamond from the dummy, eventually knock out the club ace, throw a club from the dummy on the other spade. Yeah, it's probably not going to matter what I do. Now, is there any reason why I should risk exiting a club or a heart? Probably not, right? If I exit a club, declare can cash 2 clubs, cash 2 hearts. I pitch my low spade. What if declare can cash 3 clubs, though? If I exit a club and declare gets to win the 9, I don't think it's worthwhile. I should just cash out. I was thinking maybe there's a way I could get declare to hook the diamond into my jack. All right. I mean, plus 100 doesn't feel like a bad result on that board. I don't think we could have done better. I mean, certainly not double dummy, because declare could have, of course, have just cashed the ace king of diamonds, setting up the 10 to get their 8th trick. But single dummy, maybe we could have gotten 300 out of this somehow if I didn't just repeatedly cash out my spades. Well, I don't know. Tricky hand. I mean, I'm happy I didn't come in with 2 clubs, obviously, over a no trump. That is one way that we could have easily failed. If I had opened a no trump, I guess that would have also gone quite poorly for my side. You know, even if no trump passes out, that can't be good. We're not making that contract no matter what West does on defense. We only have 4 spades and the ace of clubs. So again, probably a pretty decent result. Okay, board 3, 13 count. I will open a club. Diamond overcall, limit raise in clubs. I mean, I don't like bidding 3. So what am I supposed to do with this hand? This is the problem. It looks like I don't have an actual bid that I can make. 2 hearts shows extras, supposedly. 15 to 22 total points. I don't have that. Same with 2 spades. 2 no trump shows a diamond stopper. And 3 clubs apparently shows 4 clubs. I mean, I don't have any of these things. I don't want to show a club fit, which is part of the problem. Two hearts also shows 4 clubs. I mean, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do with my hand that will convince partner I don't have a club fit. That's a tricky spot here, because sometimes North might have a hand where they're just like, well, I have a diamond stopper, but if partner has a big club fit, maybe we can look for a club slam, or maybe 5 clubs is going to play better. I guess the least of all evils is for me to bid 2 hearts. Like, sure, I'm lying about my club length to the robot, but I have to do that no matter what. I don't want to lie about a diamond stopper, I don't think. I would rather have partner declaring the no trump. You know, just because West overcalls, if North has king doubleton of diamonds, that doesn't mean it's a stopper. West might lead the queen, and East has the ace. So I'm gonna start with 2 hearts. Okay, this is perfect. Partner has a diamond stopper. It's hard to say if some of these bids are forcing. I mean, I have a 13 count. I do have a bunch of aces, a bunch of quick tricks, which is nice. I think that's an important consideration with this hand, because the partner only has 1 diamond stopper and running clubs. I wouldn't want to have like king, queen, jack of hearts and king, queen, jack of spades. I would much rather have tricks that I can cash out once we run our club suit. So I mean, this is just limit raise or better. I don't think 2 no trump should be forcing. It says 11 plus, but it has to be capped, right? I mean, this bid has to be passable, because I haven't really showed extras. Oh no, I did show extras. See, this is the problem. I apparently showed extras with 2 hearts. So I think partner's expecting me to... bid. I don't have this bid. Oh, we have real problems now. This feels like an auction that we shouldn't have agreements that force us into this awkward position where I have no way to show my hand. Maybe I really was supposed to just bid 2 no over 2 diamonds. Like opposite a limit raise in clubs, obviously I don't have a supporting club honor, but I have 13. I mean, my hand is almost good enough to open a no trump in the first place. Playing 15 to 17, we're close, right? Just like the queen of clubs would be enough. Obviously that could be well worth the 1 trick we need to get from 8 to 9. I'm not sure. Like the fact that partner doesn't necessarily promise 5 clubs for this bid is a little off-putting. Because the partner could just have a balanced hand with 4 clubs and a diamond stopper, like 11 count with a diamond stop. West holding a known 5-card suit, East probably leading that suit, West probably having all of the entries, like if I need to take a spade finesse, that's going to lose, and then West can run the diamonds. I'm a little scared of trying 3 no. I mean, if this auction had just gone a club pass 2 no trump, what would I do? Maybe that's an important question to ask. A club pass 2 no trump. Partner's showing like 10 or 11, I have 13. I guess I would pass. And I've kind of laid out a bunch of negative reasons for why I don't want to bid over 2 no in this case. The tricky spot is that supposedly I've shown extras, so maybe partner's 2 no trump is intended to be forcing, which terrifies me a little. Two no trump, 11 plus total points. I mean, they do count distribution in this total points thing. I wish there was a high card point range on this 2 no bid. That would be helpful to know. Oh geez, this is going to be an insanely long video if I keep at this pace, but hopefully people are still hanging out watching. It's a tricky spot. One thing I will say is that I expect the scores to be a bit more volatile on day 3 in this event. I know a lot of people have this attitude of, if I don't win, then I lose. So many players are just going to try and blast their way into games or slams that might not be the field action because they want to hit that 85-90% score for the round, and they think that's the best way to do it. Which I'm not an advocate of that. That is not a good way to play the game. Not because I think that it's wrong to try and get a good score, but I don't think that is the way to try and get a good score. I think the way to get a good score is to play solid bridge and just hope you get lucky. You know, we could have had an 80% yesterday if a couple of those slam boards went differently for us. 2 no. I mean, I think I should pass. I just don't really like my hand that much. If I knew partner had a 5-card club suit, I would feel a bit differently. I mean, maybe the fact that East didn't raise diamonds, partner could have like King Jack 3rd, or or something. Sorry, I got a notification. I thought I had turned all those off. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to try the 3 no bid. I'm not confident in this, but... Well, it says 16 to 21. I mean, pass doesn't say anything. The good news is that given the overcall, I can probably play the hand double dummy. The real question is just like, do we have enough tricks? Okay, let's put partner in a hand. That's what I like to do in these spots. So let's say partner does have like the magic diamond holding king jack third, right? We can give them, say, an 11 count. So if they have ace king fourth of clubs and king jack third of diamonds, how many tricks do we have? We have 2 diamonds, we have 2 clubs, we have 3 hearts, and we have a spade. We would either need the clubs to come home, or maybe the 4th round of hearts to provide an extra trick. I think it's too thin. Yeah, it really looks like we're going to be struggling to make 8 tricks on this hand. And you know, this is when I gave partner the perfect 4 high card points in diamonds where we have 2 tricks in that suit. If partner has wasted diamond values like ace queen third, where again we still take 2 tricks, but we're using up more high card points, I don't think it is very likely. Now give partner ace king fifth of clubs in the same hand, and I think things are different. But I'm gonna pass. Okay. So off the top we have 7 tricks. Jack of diamonds lead. Well, I'll tell you what, I am happy we're not in 3 now. Again, give partner ace king fifth of clubs and take away one of their spades or hearts, and it's a completely different story. Then I could duck a diamond, and if they continue the diamond suit, you know, don't switch to spades or anything, we could probably set up the clubs while keeping West off lead. But here, definitely not the spot to be searching for 9 tricks. We would need a lot of help. I mean, to start with, I would probably try and take the double club finesse, hooking both the queen and jack through West. Anyway, how are we going to play this hand? I think I'm going to duck the opening lead. Obviously, they can switch to spades and set up some spade tricks, but it feels more valuable to try and isolate the diamond threat in West's hand. So we'll start with this and we'll see if East continues the suit. No, they do switch to spades, which is totally fine and understandable. So it looks like West has the king queen of spades, or king queen of diamonds, and the king of spades. I'll duck the spade. They switch back to diamonds now, so I can win the ace. All right. Now what? Now what is indeed the question. I think to start with, I'm going to lead the 8 of hearts to the ace. This will leave open the possibility to double hook East for the jack 9 later, because we'll have unblocked one of our blocking heart spots. And depending on the count signal that we get in the heart suit, which I kind of expect from both opponents, that might give us a bit more information as to what to do next. Eight, 6, ace 3. That's interesting. So it looks to me like East has 4 hearts, and so they were high-lowing from something. Now, it could be from jack 9, 6, 4. That's possible. Which would leave West with specifically 3-2 doubleton. But I think there are 2 ways we can win by cashing the king of hearts on the next round of the suit. I mean, I haven't decided if I'm playing hearts immediately yet, or or if I'm going to try and like run the 10 of clubs or something. What do I think's going on in the spade suit? Maybe that's an interesting question. So if East has 2 diamonds and 4 hearts, West didn't overtake the queen of spades with the king, they just ducked. So maybe East has 4 spades and therefore 3 clubs. Clubs might be splitting 3-3, which would be good news. Right, so back to the heart suit, what I was saying, so we can pick up 2 more heart tricks if West has the Jack-3 doubleton or the 9-3 doubleton by cashing the king on the next round. So I think because we're kind of 2-1 in that regard, that's probably going to be the way I play the heart suit. Now, first things first, let's run the 10 of clubs. So East wins the queen, and now a spade comes. Okay. So we want to pop up with the ace, of course. It looks like we're correct about the count on the hand, which means the clubs should be 3-3. Now our objective is just to try and get 3 heart tricks as well, and make 3 no trump in the process. Kind of sad. But it does look as if they could have beat 3 no trump on almost any line of play. But anyway, I mean, maybe we get unlucky. Maybe it is 3-2 doubleton of hearts with West. Very possible. So do I want to commit to cashing the king of hearts now? I think so. I don't want to leave the 10 of hearts out of hand, because if it goes king jack, at least then I don't have some sort of funny guess to make on the next round. If it goes king 9, we'll unblock the 10 and probably take the finesse. Ooh. This means 3-no isn't going to make unless you do double hook the hearts. So that's good news for us. Right. So is there any reason to go king of hearts, queen of hearts? Probably. Let's just get a better count before doing anything else on this one. Pretty sure I'm right about the club count here. And we make 2 no trump. Not so bad. Not so bad. So we could have double dummied this hand and actually made 3, but I'm happy that we went plus. You know, I think we did the right thing in the heart suit. Like I said, there were 2 ways we could have won. West having 9-3 doubleton or Jack-3 doubleton. We would have been able to pick up the suit for 4 tricks. So the fact that it was 3-2 doubleton, a little sad that we didn't bring the suit home, but also I would have felt really bad if it was Jack doubleton, because I think some players will get to 3 no trump on our cards, and then they would have just had an easy route to 9 tricks. They could have taken 4 hearts, 3 clubs, a diamond, and a spade. That is assuming the opponents didn't defend properly, as they did here. I mean, the queen of spades switch was necessary. We can take a look. That the queen of spades switch actually is the only switch to hold us to 8 tricks. We ducked the spade, and East really just needed to continue another round of spades so that they could set up the spade suit. But when they switch back to diamonds, we now have the opportunity to duck the club into East. East is no longer the danger hand. Set up our extra club, and then take 2 hearts via 2 finesses using the 7 of hearts in the dummy. But okay, 3+ scores. I think we're doing okay. Let's try and keep it up. This hand, we have 14. Partner open the bidding, so they're limited to 14. 2 spade overcall, I'm going to make a negative double. 3 spades, I'm going to continue to double. That's probably the right thing to do. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should try 3-no. I have all these soft values. I'm not convinced that 3-no is going to play very well with just 1 spade stopper. I mean, it would be ideal if partner could bid 3-no with queen doubleton of spades over there. But I think if I double, the only way we get to 3-no is if partner has king doubleton. That's probably fine. It feels to me as if, we're pretty likely to have to knock out a card somewhere, whether that be the ace of hearts or the ace of diamonds or maybe the ace of clubs or something. What I really want to do is defend 3 spades doubled, I'm pretty sure. We have so many values. If I just lead ace of spades and a spade, they're going to get 5 spade tricks, maybe a ruff in West's hand. That gets them up to 6. Maybe 1 more trick somewhere, but it doesn't seem likely. Okay, let's once again pause, try and construct a hand for partner. Wow, I'm now getting through 4 hands in an hour. Hopefully this isn't a 6-hour video. I will try and speed up a little bit. But once again, I'm recording. I hope that people are happy to watch, but also I do want to do well in the event overall. So let's give partner 2-3-3-5 shape, right? Because that's what their shape would look like if they didn't have a heart fit. Obviously, if we make a takeout double and partner bids 4 hearts, we're happy. So I'm kind of just trying to skirt around that possibility because we don't care what we do at this point. If we bid 3-no, partner should bid 4 hearts. If we reopen with double, partner should bid 4 hearts. So partner is 2-3-3-5. Let's give them the king of hearts, the ace queen of clubs, and let's even say the ace of diamonds. How many tricks do we have then? We have a spade, we have 5 clubs, gets us up to 6, and 2 diamonds gets us up to 8. We're really not there. Partner needs even more than that for 3-no to be making. Yeah, so it looks like my assessment was right originally, which is that we don't want to play in 3-no trump if we only have 1 spade stopper. Now, partner could have a 6th club. I mean, they might have some different honors that actually make it more likely. Like if that king of hearts was the ace, maybe we have 2 heart tricks. Maybe partner has the spade queen and West has the king. Seems unlikely given the vulnerable overcall. But anyway, I'm going to reopen with double. Partner does bid 4 clubs. So we are thinking now maybe it's 2-3-3-5, right? Okay, let's give partner that same hand that I just mentioned. King of hearts, ace of diamonds, ace queen of clubs. This is 13. Obviously a very prime 13. How many losers do we have? We have a spade loser and a heart loser, and we will have a diamond loser unless I can set up the heart suit for an extra trick. So I would either need hearts 3-3 or some sort of red suit squeeze against West. And feels like the red suit squeeze has no chance of success because West could just duck the ace of hearts twice. But anyway, I mean, maybe partner has the 10 of hearts there. That would be a good card. What if partner's like 2-2-4-5? Is there any way partner has a singleton spade? Maybe 1-3-4-5, I guess, is possible. Okay, 2-2-4-5, ace doubleton of hearts. We can lose a spade, no hearts. We would be able to afford a diamond loser then. think I'm gonna bid the game. This feels close. I know we're light on high cards. Maybe it's... okay, two thoughts going through my head right now. One, I think a bunch of people will bid 3-no with my cards. And so if 3-no actually is making, somehow we just magically have 9 tricks, then it's probably going to be important for us to play in 5 clubs. That might also make, but at least it would give us a chance to compete with the pairs who reached 3-no and made it. If 3-no is not making, though, then maybe it's worthwhile to just check out 4 clubs, try and get a plus score. This is one of these spots where the best hand part of the tournament is really pulling some weight, because if this was not best hand, I would just be game forcing this, and when partner bids 4 clubs, I would raise to 5. They might have some extras and some, you know, weird shape that they didn't feel like bidding over 3 spades, and they didn't feel like jumping to game. I don't know, maybe that's very unlikely. I think this 4 club bid could be a little chicken. Can they ever have a 4-card club suit? I don't think so, right? If they have 4 clubs, 3 hearts, they can't have 2 spades and 4 diamonds. They would open a diamond, so they would have to have... Yeah, okay. I think there are just too many hand types. Like, partner could have a 6th club, which would throw off a bunch of my calculus from earlier and make 5 clubs cold. Partner might have a stiff spade if West was a little chicken with their 3 spade bid on a 4-card suit, which I've seen the robots do. Partner might have the 10 of hearts in addition to some of those other hands that I was talking about, which might make it cold. Obviously, we could be off the club queen, which would be bad. We might also be off like a couple of aces, like maybe both red aces and the king queen of spades. But I think we're going to try and bid the game. We get a heart lead. Okay, well, this doesn't look great, unfortunately. I mean, that heart opening lead looks like a singleton to me. So partner does have a stiff spade. I mean, single dummy, this looks amazing, right? Like, we're going to lose the ace of diamonds and ace of hearts, but we can pitch one. And assuming West has the heart ace, even a diamond lead from East would not have set us. But double dummy, I mean, this has to be a singleton. So I'm going to dump the king at trick 1. I don't think this is ever going to matter, but maybe we get lucky. Nope. Now diamond comes through to the ace. Nope, king of spades. Okay, well, we're down 1 in 5 clubs. Oh, East had a 7-card suit, so West wasn't the one who was chicken. East, with 7-4, a king and an ace, only found the 2 spade overcall. That's crazy to me. Tough spot. I mean, we could have obviously gone plus. I could have passed out 4 clubs, but you know, if I knew partner's hand looked like this, I absolutely would put us in 5 clubs, because I didn't know East had a singleton heart until the opening lead. So yeah, a bit of a rough spot. I mean, how does 3-no trump do? Maybe that's an interesting question to look at. We have a spade and 6 club tricks, so maybe 3-no is down 2, and we're actually going to get a good result from that. Then again, I have no idea how West is going to defend against 3-no. Hopefully they would lead the queen of spades and continue the suit, but I've seen some pretty weird things happen on defense from the robots. So maybe we'll get an okay result for being minus 100 instead of minus 200. Not sure. I don't know. This is another one of those tricky positions. I did consider passing 4 clubs, but that would be resulting because looking at partner's hand, we've actually made the right decision to bid 5 clubs. Just got a little unlucky with the 5-1 heart split. Okay, board 5. Try and pick up the pace a little bit. 15 count. I guess we'll start with a spade. Kind of talked through this before. With human partners, I would much prefer to open these hands in no trump, but I'm just going to open a spade this time with the robots and have an awkward position when, if I rebid 2 diamonds here. Now, I have the option of passing a no trump. Which is a little enticing. Partner can't have a limit raise in spades anymore. We do play Drury. So I could bid 2 diamonds, hope to get pretty lucky. Hit a diamond fit. Obviously, if we're in a 4-4 diamond fit, I'm pretty happy. We have a bunch of aces. We can probably cross-rough the hand a little bit. Maybe set up my spades by roughing in partner's hand. But no trump does score a lot more at match points. The only difficult thing is if I bid 2 diamonds and partner bids 2 no, I absolutely want to accept and go to game. So, for that reason, it's often correct to rebid 2 diamonds. I think at teams, absolutely. We just have to bid 2 diamonds here because we could still have a game our direction. At match points, though, I bid 2 diamonds, partner bids 2 spades. I'm not particularly happy. It's not like a 5-2 spade fit is going to play all that well on our cards. If I bid 2 diamonds and partner passes, I'm probably pretty happy. Or if they raise to 3 diamonds, I can try 3 no trump or something. But I think I'm just going to pass. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of an unexpected hand to turn up. So, a lot of questions about where other people are going to end up on this one. I mean, if we open a no trump, we might get a transfer to clubs. Probably playing 3 clubs that way. I'm wondering if we get to 3 clubs if I bid 2 diamonds, or if we just end up playing in 2 diamonds. Which might not be that bad. I mean, we'll probably make 2 diamonds. But it does not look like a very pleasant spot in a 4-2 fit. Anyway, we're in a no trump, so... N North's hand's concealed. Oh, I might actually get 4 heart tricks. Depending on what happens trick 1. I mean, I'm going to put in the jack. Let's see what happens if it gets covered. Okay, it doesn't get covered. So I have 3 hearts, a club, a diamond, and a spade. That's only 6 tricks. And communication is very awkward between our hands. I do have some spot cards. I mean, the 10-9-8 of spades might be relevant. The 10-9 of diamonds might be relevant. So East is led from 4 hearts to the queen. We know that. I mean, we might get very lucky. Jack-10 doubleton of clubs, right? I can lead the queen of clubs and run it. Maybe that would do something for me. I don't know. This is not looking like a fun hand to play either. I would, I guess, prefer to be in 3 clubs. So maybe I should bid 2 diamonds. Then again, I still don't know if that's where people would end up. How does 3 clubs play? Looks like you might lose 2 clubs, a diamond, and maybe a heart. Oh, that's really bad news for us. So this might be a pretty bad score no matter what we do on this one. Okay, again, maybe we can pull out 120 somehow. Is there any merit to winning the Jack of Hearts and just ducking a club now? Run the Queen of Clubs. I could then unblock the Ace of Hearts and maybe use the King as an entry to the stranded 6-card club suit over there. Again, East-West don't know what North's hand looks like, so we have some possibilities for something good, making something good happen. I should definitely play the 6 of Hearts on this trick. And then if I go Queen of Clubs, ducked, they can win and play back another heart. I can go Ace of Clubs on a club, throwing a spade. I think they're going to figure out the right defense if I do all of this. Maybe not. I mean, maybe they won't. I'm not 100% certain about this. But it does kind of seem like they'll probably do everything right. Well, anyway, I think, you know, our first step is going to be to lead the Queen of Clubs. I don't see what good it's going to do us if we can't play that card. I feel like I should duck, but maybe there's some merit to going Ace of Clubs. Like, if East comes up with Singleton 10 here, I'm actually in really good shape. Singleton 10 or Singleton Jack, I win the club ace, I unblock the heart, and I lead a club. And now North is all set up, so they can't touch hearts ever again. They have to play spades and diamonds for me, and maybe they don't even figure that out. But I'm in a lot of trouble if clubs are 3-2. Queen, king, ace, small, exit a club, they just play a heart back. I can't even set up the clubs, then there's no real pressure on them to not play hearts anymore. I think I should duck. Okay. Well, pretty sure the line of play is to set up the club suit. Yeah, I think that has to be it. Okay. 8 of diamonds switch. Diamond to the jack. So we're now in this phase where probably just going to be ducking a lot of tricks. 8-5 jack. We need to think. I wonder what would have happened if I won the ace of hearts at trick one. I mean, if they defended the same way and I led the club queen, I should stop thinking about that. Let's focus on what's going on in front of me. So 8 of diamonds to the jack. I mean, I could play low. Doesn't seem that crazy. But then what happens if East returns a high diamond again? I guess I play low again. Not sure about that one. 8-5 jack. I mean, so like this could be like honor 8-7 or something. All right, I'm gonna play low. Queen of spades is a good switch. Huh. I think if I hop ace and exit a low diamond, that might be the best plan. So let's try this. Okay, well, we made our contract. Plus 90. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think we're going to score all that well against the pairs who end up in 3 clubs, sadly. Not surprising when we have a 6-2 fit that I don't know about for the entirety of the auction. I guess this is a reason why Drury sometimes doesn't work out for you. Well, I'm happy I made a no trump. I mean, obviously, I think they could beat me double dummy. Looks like maybe no. Maybe the diamonds were actually in too good of a spot. Oh, this is kind of crazy. Okay, sure. Double dummy, they want me to try and set up my diamonds and spade suits. I mean, I was hoping to get a bit better luck from this. So yeah, they could beat me from this spot if they defended perfectly, but it looks like they slipped up somewhere in the end game. So anyway, I mean, I'm happy with the final result given the contract. Plus score has to be good on that one. Maybe some people will duplicate my actions on the board. Maybe people will get too high. So I think any number of things could happen. But all right, easy opening bid. We have a no trump, 15 count here. And we get a heart lead. Okay. Seven of hearts, huh? Well, the 9 unfortunately can't possibly win the trick and is never really going to be useful to us in some sort of in any way. So I think I probably should hop up with the king to try and set up the club suit. Excuse me. Which I guess means, well, how many tricks do we have? We have 2 hearts, We have 2 diamonds and a spade is 5. If we can get 4 clubs, we'll be making our contract. We might have to make some difficult decisions about finessing diamonds later. But I think that has to be our plan to start with. Now, the 7 of hearts is kind of an odd card. 7 is an odd number, but that's not really what I meant. It's like, if that's 4th best, what is West's heart holding? It's almost looking more likely that hearts could be 5-3 or even 6-2, which is a little spooky. Definitely spooky. Huh. Okay, then. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about the 7 of hearts lead. I mean, it could be Jack 10 8 7, right? Like it's definitely possible, or Queen 10 8 7, or Queen Jack 8 7, or something like that. Queen 10 8 7. It's possible, but I mean, you know, there's a lot of other lower heart cards out there, so it's very unlikely. You know, if we're just talking a priori percentage-wise, feels as if hearts are likely to be splitting poorly, which means we might really need to get the clubs right. Now, obviously we could just duck the opening lead, but I think that is messing with our communications a little too much. I want to win this immediately while preserving both the ace of spades and king of diamonds and the diamond fluidity in dummy to lead clubs immediately, so I think that's what we're going to do. We see the 2. Okay, so we are making the contract, assuming that I don't go overboard with trying to get some over tricks here. Queen of Hearts next is a little interesting. I mean, so we still don't have enough information about the heart suit to know how it's splitting, but it looks like West started with Queen Jack 8 7 and maybe the 4 as well. East's first heart card could have been Count. I think I've noticed that from previous sets. Well, let's go after clubs to try and cash some tricks and get some more info as to what's going on. It is almost looking as if, had we ducked a few of the hearts, maybe we could have isolated the heart threat and been a little safe about taking some finesses into East's hand. But anyway, let's see what the opponents end up doing in terms of discards. 3 of diamonds pitch is a little interesting. I guess I can throw a spade. 5 of diamonds discard. We do see a heart pitch. Okay, so this confirms hearts were 5, 5 whatever. 5, you know what I mean. Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. Because now I'm thinking I might have an opportunity to do something a little clever here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Wait a second. So West is throwing hearts, huh? West only threw 1 spade. Wait, did they even throw a spade? No, they threw a diamond and then a heart. West threw no spades. Do they have the spade king? Hold on. Yeah, hold on just a second. So West is still sitting on the Jack 8 of hearts, and East is sitting on the 10 of hearts. I was saying that this 9 of hearts might not be important, but now it could be. It very well might be. Okay. Is there any way to do everything I want? So, like, if I were to pitch a diamond and then go ace king of diamonds, West would come down to 4 cards, which is going to be king doubleton of spades and jack doubleton of hearts. Yeah, that's not, I don't think that's going to be good enough here. Because then when I lead the 9 of hearts, East wins the 10, cashes the diamond queen, and plays a spade through. I don't think I can actually score all of the tricks I want. There's no real squeeze that's actually working for me. Holy cow, I'm hour 26 in, we're on board 6, quarter of the way through. Okay. So I mean, then maybe the plan is to hope that they've pitched diamonds and the diamonds are running. It doesn't seem likely. I mean, it seems way more likely that that East has the queen of diamonds guarded. And the reason I think West might have the spade king is that, well, if they have 5 hearts, 3 clubs, 2 diamonds, and 3 spades, would they not pitch a small spade here? I guess not. Yeah, from king third, they might be scared that I could run the queen next or something. Okay. So is there any way to get a 10th trick? Not double dummy, but is there any way I can maybe swindle them into giving me a 10th trick somehow? I don't think so. East has thrown a diamond. And a spade on these 2 tricks. What does East pitch on this next trick? East pitches another spade. Right, but if I just play ace of spades and a spade, that's not, yeah, that's really bad then. Then I'm going way down. Okay. So in that case, maybe I just hope they've misdefended. I throw a heart, I play ace king of diamonds and hope that the diamond suit, that someone has stiffed the queen or something. You know, maybe West is actually holding on to singleton 10 remaining. So I could play a diamond to the king and run the jack. It doesn't seem likely that East has made this mistake of pitching from queen fourth, but I guess it's possible. Okay. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. How sure am I? Okay, well let's put the jack of diamonds on the table. Maybe East will cover. Oh no. I think I'm running this. I was very certain about my read on the hand earlier. It's never going to cost me the contract, but part of the problem is that if I do this wrong, everyone else was just going to play ace of diamonds and a diamond up, and it's gonna score. So would East have been too afraid to pitch a spade from Jack third, was it, earlier? And that's why they gave up this diamond trick, because this was a big double dummy mistake from East to pitch a diamond from Queen 8 fourth, if that's really what they had. Or, wait a second, maybe it wasn't, because East might also have the spade king. If that was the case, they were always getting strip squeezed. Is that true? Or am I just making that up? I might just be making that up. East's first discard was a diamond from Queen 8 fourth. And then they threw a spade, and then they threw another spade. Oh no. West led a diamond. No, West led a heart from, so West's hand, so what I think West's hand looks like, or looked like at the start of the deal was King third of spades, Queen Jack fifth of hearts, Doubleton diamond, 10 doubleton, and ace third of clubs. That would be 10 high card points. They didn't bid over a no trump, but there's no reason to believe they would. Why would East not continue pitching diamonds, though? So if East threw a diamond from 3 small, their first discard was a low diamond. Oh, the first discard being a low diamond makes me wonder if it was count. Shoot. I think the finesse is right, but oh, this is spooky. This is one of these like 50-50 spots where if I do the right thing, we're going to get a top. If I do the wrong thing, we're going to get a 0. I don't like these positions. I would rather just be cruising to like a 75% board on some of these hands. So Jack of diamonds. It's all in the opponent's carding, and I just don't have a great read. I know I'm starting to now believe that the opponent's discards tend to be more count-based. So that original diamond pitch from East was low from 3 small. It's starting to look that way. Again, you know, I'm thinking East just wouldn't have made this mistake from Queen 8 fourth of diamonds to pitch a small diamond. Because they could look at dummy and see that the 8 of diamonds is a really important card to hold over that 7 for the 4th round of the suit. Okay, I'm kind of leaning back now into just ace of diamonds. For one thing, it gets us back to the field result, which might or might not be good. But yeah, I guess I'm going to now fall back on the thought that if the ace of diamonds is right, that means I'm playing for the opponents not to have made a mistake in the card play. But if playing the 4 of diamonds is right, that means I am playing the opponents to have made a mistake. And I guess I just don't have a good enough read to believe that taking the hook is correct. Okay, we'll take it. $11 tricks. So the 5 of diamonds pitch was count, maybe. We don't know. But happy I got the guess right at the end. Happy that I spent the extra time to think it out, because my original instinct was West was 5 or 3, 5, 2, 3, and I don't know. The thought process about whether or not the opponents have made a mistake is something that you can use often as declare, especially if you're playing against strong opponents. Now, you can decide for yourself whether or not you consider the robots to be strong opponents, but it kind of revolves around what mistakes do you think the opponents would make and what mistakes do you not think the opponents would make. Eventually, I just decided East might not have made a mistake with the Queen of Diamonds there earlier in the play. Okay, board 7, an hour and 35 minutes in, quarter of the way through. So that is like a 6-hour video. Well, hopefully I picked things up, but we've had an okay set. Board 4 is probably okay. Board 5 is the only one that I feel really bad about, but could be a good result. I mean, maybe other people play in a no trump and go down. Wouldn't be that surprised. 3 no, making 11 tricks, last board. So let's open a heart. We're unbalanced. And we'll bid 2 clubs. Partner bids 2 hearts. Now, this is one of these spots where I would very much prefer to be opening these hands in no trump most of the time. For this exact auction, the reason being this exact auction, here, partner's range is like, again, it could be anything from a minimum hand with like even 3 hearts that didn't feel good enough to raise 1 heart to 2 originally, or this could be like a 9 or 10 count with a doubleton heart, even an 11 count in some cases, maybe, depending on what your hand looks like. So rebidding 2 no here, it says 18 plus high card points. I mean, that's really what it is. But you're in this tricky no man's land position where you don't know if your partner has a minimum where you want to pass or a maximum where you want to just bid game. So throwing these kinds of hands, even when they're unbalanced, into the no trump range opener avoids all of these problems. You don't have to awkwardly guess what to do. I guess I could bid 2 spades to show, 2 spades shows 4. That's strange, but acceptable. But playing with the robots, I think one of the main downsides to that is that we don't play Puppet Stamen. We have no way to reach a 5-3 heart fit anymore, and that's a huge downside when you're unbalanced like this, because this is a hand that does want to play in a suit. The only issue is like, okay, great, we get to play in a suit contract now, but are we too low? Are we too high? Did we even find the right suit? Sometimes North has to make a false preference. Like if our partner has like 4 clubs, 2 hearts, and a 9 or 10 count, they have to bid 2 hearts here. And so we might be playing in the wrong suit even. Okay, so it looks like if I am going to bid again, I can bid 2 spades. That would at least convey to partner that my shape a little bit, the diamond shortness is a problem, and that I have a little bit extra in the way of high cards. But I think I'm just going to pass. The Jack of Diamonds doesn't really count. Outside of it, I do have a 15 count, but this isn't really a useful value. And my suits are a little poor, no spot cards. If we only have a 5-2 heart fit, maybe no trump isn't going to play all that well in terms of trick taking. So I'll pass 2 hearts. Okay. Not a bad spot. So 3-0 could easily be making. I mean, if the hearts are splitting, we could have 4 heart tricks, 4 tricks outside, and then I would just basically need the clubs to come home. Granted, a spade lead might do us in if the spades are 5-3. But it's very possible that players who reach 3 no trump will have some play for making the contract. But I'm happy that we're only in 2 hearts. I get to kind of cash all my aces and kings and go about my business trying to rough a spade in the dummy, so I think I'm going to start with that. We'll hop up with the ace of diamonds, and I'm going to duck a spade. Okay, club switch is favorable. Six of club switch is also somewhat interesting, I would say. 6-8 queen king. Yeah, we don't have a lot of info about how the club suit is splitting, but I think there's probably not much more to this hand. I'm just going to rough a spade and play ace king of hearts and a heart and go from there. Okay, the hearts break. We get a diamond or a spade continuation, so I will rough. Spades were splitting, and the hearts were splitting, and the club queen was on side, so 3 no trump is making. That doesn't feel great, unfortunately. But well, we were able to score up 10 tricks in our contract. I mean, not really that surprising that we were able to do this, but definitely an okay result. But sadly, I mean, like I said, they can only take 3 spades and 1 heart trick and 3 no, which means we might not be getting a great result. We did the right thing. Contract-wise, obviously, if hearts were 4-2, we were in a great spot. If spades were 5-3, we were in a great spot. But with everything splitting, some players are going to get pretty lucky on that one. And like I said, you know, we're in this tricky no man's land over 2 hearts. Some people might try 2 no. Some people might try 2 spades. They could easily reach the good the 3 no trump contract that is making. Whether it's a good contract or not, that is yet to be seen. But okay. Pass, pass, pass to us. We have 18. I will open a heart. 2 spades. Weak jump shift, and partner raises hearts. Now, I'm curious about a 3 no bid. I mean, obviously we could bid 4 hearts. We could even Q bid. You know, maybe I should think for a second about what partner can hold. They say 7 to 10 total points. So let's try and respect that. We'll give them spade shortness and see if we can ever be making a slam. So let's say they have singleton spade, king, 4th of hearts. That's already, I think, 5 or 6 total points. They can have 1 more card. If it's the diamond ace, I mean, we're cold for a slam. And they don't need the heart king. The heart jack would probably be good enough. The heart finesse is likely to be working. Now, the fact that East didn't raise spades makes us maybe less likely to believe that partner could have spade shortness, so it is looking as if we probably have a spade loser, which means partner's going to need to have almost everything else, the club king and the diamond ace and the heart jack, and that's if they only have a doubleton spade. I mean, slam is definitely in the picture. Definitely in the picture. But I'm just curious about no trump, if no trump is ever going to just score better. $20 to 21 high card points, 5 to 6 hearts, and a stopper in spades. I actually like the description of this bid. I think I'm happy to make it. You know, I of course could Q-bid the spade ace, search for slam this way. That might be the technically correct thing to do, but if I bid 3 no and partner passes, maybe we're in a good spot. I like that I have the ace-jack 10 of spades, so that if I'm able to just strip the hand and then cash the minors, I might be able to just exit the jack of spades at the end of the hand and playing West if they don't lead the spade suit themselves. So let's give this a try. Okay, partner corrects back to 4 hearts. I'm content at this point. We'll just let it go in 4 hearts. I tried my best to reach 3-0, and okay. Sure. Yeah, this is... That was quite the 3-heart bid. I mean, I like the bid. I think it's a good bid, but not exactly the hand I was expecting. All right, so ace of diamonds lead. We'll see if it was a doubleton. It was a singleton. Gotcha. All right. So now what? I mean, maybe there's an argument to unblock the diamond king. I could definitely see that being the case. But I just don't have the entries to do everything I wanted. Like, if I was able to ruff both spades and take the heart hooks and pull trumps and run all of my tricks, yeah, unblocking the diamond king would have been helpful, because then I would be able to strip squeeze east. Wait, strip squeeze? No, maybe just regular squeeze. But in this case, I can't actually do all of that. So what is my plan? I have a club loser. I could duck the jack of clubs. Oh, maybe this is the play. Hold on. Wait a second. Because I want to cut communication between the opponent's hands, if possible. Like, if I pop up with a queen and it goes king, ace, and I go ace of spades and a spade ruff, and play a heart to the queen and ruff a spade, I'm stuck in the dummy. I can't get back here, I can't pull trumps. If I try and play a diamond to the king, West gets to ruff in. So I think I just duck the jack of clubs, and that kind of solves my problems. Is there any way that I could do better? Yes. It's possible if West is singleton in the red suits. I could win the club ace, ace of spades, spade ruff, heart hook, unblock the diamond king, ruff a spade, queen of diamonds pitching a club. Is it likely that West is 6-5 in the black suits? I mean, who knows? I have no idea what they're preempting on these days, but I think my line of play, instead of all of that, is going to be duck the jack of clubs, win the club continuation with the ace, ace of spades, spade ruff, heart hook, spade ruff, then I can ruff the queen of clubs back to my hand to cash the ace of hearts. And then the king of diamonds doesn't get ruffed. So I think that's the line of play that I'm taking. Okay, let's see how we do. Oh. I see. Spades are 7-2. Uh-huh. Well, isn't that fun? Now I do have a bit of a conundrum, because if I run the jack of hearts into West's king, West can play a spade, East overruffs dummy with the 8. and then might give their partner a diamond ruff. Okay, let's think about what's going on, though, in the hand. Ace of diamonds lead as a singleton. Spades are 7-2. West switched to the jack of clubs and a small club, and it went 8-9. Maybe West has 3 hearts? Is that possible? I guess it's possible. I think I should run the jack of hearts, though. I think it's just... Wait. Let's pause for a second. Is there any way East has 3 hearts? That would give West 7 spades, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and therefore 4 clubs. I think it's possible. I should just run the jack. What I'm thinking is I can be safe about this. I can play a low heart to the queen, and if that holds, I can just cash the ace and, you know, go from there. We lose out against 3-1 hearts on side, but I make my contract, which is maybe important. Let me think about kind of a simple line of play to take. God, that queen of spades was a terrible play from West. That was a really bad play. But it's put me in this silly position. Right, so what was I going back to think about? Oh yes, so if it had gone ace of diamonds, jack of clubs, queen, king, ace, how are people playing this hand? They're going to play the ace of spades, they're going to run the jack, play the jack of spades, hopefully not covered and ruffed. And then they're going to run the jack of hearts. If this wins, or maybe they won't, they'll lead a heart to the queen. Okay, if this wins, they will then ruff a spade, which gets over ruffed, then a diamond will get ruffed. And they'll lose a club. So they'll lose a club, they'll lose a diamond ruff, they'll lose the ace of diamonds, and they'll lose a spade over ruff. So they're gonna go down even if the heart king is on side. I mean, they might go down. They might go down, I'm, you know, presuming. That makes me kind of want to play safe. Heart to the queen. The spooky thing is, where was the previous hand? Yeah, this hand where East overcalled 2 spades on a 7-4. Like a good 7-4. Granted, that time it was vulnerable. This time it's not vulnerable, but maybe... I mean, we know West has 7 spades here. 4 to 9 high card points. 4 to 9 high card points. They've turned up with the spade queen, the diamond ace. If they have the heart king... Oh, they have the jack of clubs. They can't have the heart king, if we believe their agreements. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. Let's try the jack of hearts. Very nice. And oh, it was ace doubleton of diamonds. That's so silly. That's so silly that they just lead ace doubleton. But okay, plus 450. Probably a good result. I mean, obviously we could have unblocked the diamond king, pulled 1 rounds of trumps, and pitched one of our spade losers on the diamond queen. I think maybe I had actually mentioned this line earlier. Spade loser or a club loser, for that matter, to get the same 11 tricks, but I think, you know, we kind of took the maximum. they need to lead a club at trick 1 to hold us to 10. So, okay, probably not a bad result. Third of the way through, we're almost at 2 hours. I apologize for the slowness, but like I said, I'm trying to play really well and get maybe a top 10 finish or something in the event. It would be nice to win, but I think we have a couple too many hands so far that are not gonna push us into the 80th percentile scoring. Board 5, we could have been in 3 clubs. Board 7, some players are gonna get to the rather poor 3 no trump contract and make it. All right, pass, a diamond, takeout double. A heart, a spade. I assume we can make a support double. We can, so let's do that. 2 spades by West, 4 hearts by our partner as a passed hand. Interesting. All right. We get the 2 spades lead. Oh, they just have like a pretty clear 1 heart opener and first seat favorable. Makes sense to me. Spade double, 2 spades. So it looks like spades are 4-4. I mean, despite, they have announced that they're 4-4 from the auction, but also the 2 spades, they lead 4th best. Well, couple of options. So, we could be super greedy and try and take all of the tricks. Could go ace of spades, spade ruff with the jack of hearts, ace of hearts, heart to the 10, king of hearts pulling trumps, queen of diamonds. Get a count signal. Probably they're going to be 4-2, diamond to the 10. If that holds and everyone follows, ace, king of diamonds, throwing clubs and spades. We make 13 tricks. Probably worth trying. So East has showed some values on this auction with their 1 spade bid. I mean, they say 6 to 12 total points, but they didn't have to bid a spade. So given that they only have a 4-card suit, and not even a good 4-card suit, it looks like it's king 10 4th or something, or queen 10 4th. Right, anyway, so what can go wrong if I do this? I mean, a whole bunch of things can go wrong. Hearts might be 4-0. I might lose to Doubleton Jack of Diamonds with West, in which case I'm going to feel really stupid. All right, but I think to start with, we go ace of spades, heart, spade ruff with the jack, ace of hearts. Let's see what happens on these tricks. Spade to the queen. Okay, well, that certainly dampens the mood a little bit. Because now we can't just pull trumps. We, unfortunately, are a trick shy. I guess I could have avoided this problem. If I really wanted to play for 4-0 hearts, I could have just not ruffed a spade. Played heart to the ace, run the jack of hearts. You know what? Maybe I just played this too quickly. It felt like this was a really strong line of play, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I could have gotten away with win the ace of spades, heart to the ace. If the suit is 3-1, I could still play a heart back to the 10, ruff a spade, diamond to the queen, then pull the last trump. But when hearts turn out to be 4-0, I then need to preserve all of the hearts and dummy, so I can't afford to ruff a spade anymore. Maybe it doesn't matter, actually. Maybe, yeah, maybe my, because West could cover the Jack of Hearts and the other line. Well, okay, I'm going off into Never Never Land again. Let's zone back in. So how do I want to play this from here? I can cross to the Diamond Queen and ruff a spade if I want. Then I could go Ace King of Diamonds. I mean, there's no guarantee those are going to hold up. If West gets to ruff in on the Ace of Diamonds, then we're in trouble. So Diamond to the Queen, Spade, ruff. What if I exit a club right now? If I exit a club, if East wins, that's great. I think we're in business. If West wins and returns a trump, I'm not really in great shape. But maybe it's okay if West has the King, Queen of spades, which is possible. No guarantee. So Diamond to the Queen, Spade, ruff, Ace of Diamonds. If that holds up, we're making the contract. That's great. If the Ace of Diamonds doesn't hold up, though, we're just immediately down, and there's nothing we can do to change that. If I lead a club and West wins to return a heart, I do make if the King, Queen of spades are on side. So if West has the remaining Spade, King. Then their hand would look like King, Queen of spades, Queen of hearts, Ace of clubs, something to that effect. Yeah, we just don't know. If East happens to have... ooh, you know what? Interesting thought. Maybe this 2 of clubs is count. If that's the case, clubs are 5-3. West has 2 diamonds. Aha. Ooh, wait a second. Can I get really greedy? Wait, maybe I can get really greedy. I can use the diamonds as trump substitutes. If I play a diamond to the Queen and a diamond to the 10, what can go wrong? And that holds. I can play the diamond ace. West ruffs. I then ruff a spade, play another diamond. West ruffs again. I'm actually making 11 tricks on that line. Ooh. Wait a second. Huh. So okay, I guess I just need to decide at this point if I'm playing for diamonds to be 4-1 or sorry, 4-2 or 5-1. East didn't lead a diamond. Maybe that's an argument for the diamonds to be splitting in a more favorable manner. Sure, I can buy that. And I mean, maybe, you know, if I go diamond to the queen and we don't like the count signals given, we can change to an alternative line of play. I'm not sure what that line would be. But, all right, diamond, 5, 8, queen, 4. Okay, I like the count signals. So, do I play a diamond to the 10 now? That's the real question. Because I could go diamond to the ace, right? Ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, west ruffs. I overruff. I ruff a spade, but I don't then have the power to play another high diamond through west. What do we think? I think I probably am playing a diamond to the 10. Oh, this is so spooky. East would then have, so West would then have the 8-7 doubleton, and East would have Jack, 9, 4 deuce. Why does that feel incorrect to me? Why would East not play the 9? Well, why would East not play the 9 from 9, whatever, 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 anyway? Okay. I'm going to play a diamond to the 10. And if this holds, we have 11 tricks. If it gets roughed, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh no, now what is this? 4, 9? What is this? Oh no. Oh, I'm spooked now. Because West might have played the 8 from Jack 8 doubleton. Very possible. I mean, maybe they would play the Jack, though? Would they play the Jack? I'm not sure. Man, I'm scared again. Okay, well, let's go back to thinking. So, three, 9. Just what is... Why is East playing the 9 on this trick? I don't really understand it. So I'm pretty sure if we do the right thing here, we have 11 tricks on the hand. And if we do the wrong thing, I guess we're going to go down a bunch. Another one of these like 50-50-ish spots. Three of diamonds, 9. I think I should put in the 10. God, this is gonna feel so awful if the 10 loses to the Jack, a heart comes back. Maybe, okay, you know what, here's a thought. Maybe I should just play the ace. At least then we guarantee we make the contract. And a plus score might be good. We didn't do anything special on this hand in terms of bidding. We just made a support double. Yeah, I think everyone's gonna be here. Everyone's gonna be in 4 hearts, and they can go ace of spades, and they might find the stronger line of play of crossing to the heart ace immediately. But they will all be in a pretty similar spot to us in this stage. And I think everyone else is just going to bang ace king of diamonds. So, you know, if diamonds are 4-2, which I think they are, we're basically 4-2. So 2-1 in favor of putting in the 10 here. Those are good odds. Three diamonds, 9. This just feels like such a weird play, right? East, if they did have Jack 9 4 deuce, they played the 4 first, and now they're playing the 9. I mean, it's just kind of random. But if they had 9 7 4 deuce, maybe they would play the 4, planning on giving count, and now they're like, oh, well, now I can afford to play the 9. What a position to be in. All right. Let's close my eyes and play the 10. No. No. Oh, that feels terrible. Okay. Yeah, you have to get these guesses right. Wow, that's brutal. So this might just be a 0. Everyone on the field will be in 4 hearts, and I think everyone else is just going to go queen of diamonds, ace king. A little unlucky. You know, I would not feel bad about my line of play in a human field. But specifically here, it's just kind of a crapshoot. And it never feels good when you do something that I'm pretty sure is like very anti-field and it doesn't work. You know, we were 2-1, Jack of diamonds was with East, but it did not go our way today. So, all right, 9 boards through. We'll open a no trump. Both majors, Lebensal. Sure. Partner has diamonds with just some sort of sign-off bid, so we'll pass. Partner has a hand which looks like a game force with some diamonds. Great. Well done, partner. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Well, West has the majors, so we should definitely win the ace of hearts. And I mean, West is likely to have most of the outstanding high cards, but you know, counterpoint is that East is more likely to have long diamonds, so maybe more likely to have the king. Still, I think we do take the diamond finesse. The downside is that the opponents might have gotten a club ruff, but if they're just going to be returning trumps, I think this will be okay for us. And I think we want to set up clubs now. I don't believe that pulling trumps is what I want to be doing before setting up the club suit. Because if I pull 2 rounds of trumps and then play a club to the king and West wins and plays back a spade, I guess that's fine. Maybe this is all fine no matter what. As long as West has the club ace, we're in business. If East has the club ace, and I play a club and East wins and plays a heart through, I ruff. Maybe things are a little tricky, but I believe that playing clubs immediately is probably going to be good for us. Okay, well, if this is their defense, then I am pretty happy to pull the last trump, unblock the clubs, give up 2 spade tricks. I don't think there's a great way of somehow squeezing West. I could think about it for a second. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. I did say that I should try and play out all the hands, though, so I guess I will do that, just in case something weird happens defensively. But West just has too many idle cards here. Wow, that is a lot of hearts over there. That is a lot of hearts. Is there any chance I can rough out the Heart King now? Probably not, right? There's no way West would have made this mistake. I don't think. They should be down to 3 spades and 2 hearts. Yeah, that feels correct to me, so I guess I can try and rough out the Heart King. I didn't think that was going to work. Cash the Jack of Clubs. And West has a pair of kings to cash out at the end. Okay, well, plus 110 probably is going to score okay. It doesn't look like 3 no trump is going to make. We have enough tricks, but the opponents could have gotten a club, a diamond, and 3 spades. Not sure. We'll see if some players get 2 3 no on that one. All right, board 11. I will open a spade. 2 spades by North. Any chance we have a slam? Spade, queen, heart king, or yeah, heart king, diamond ace. I mean, maybe heart king, club king. Sure, it's possible. Probably not worth investigating, though. I don't want to give them any more info about what my hand looks like. So I'll just bid the game. Well, this is nice. I mean, the fact that I didn't give away what my hand looks like, now they didn't find the diamond lead. But this is probably going to be a pretty flat board, if I had to guess. So we can, in fact, just claim. I know I said I want to play out a bunch of the hands, but I think for now we were going to lose a heart, and that was it. Okay. 3 passes to us. So had we showed a natural heart suit, maybe West wouldn't lead their singleton heart. I'm not confident in that, but It's probably going to be pretty flat across the field there. Pass, pass, pass. We have 11 and 4th seed, and this is best hand. So we know high cards are pretty evenly distributed between all of the hands. So we could pass. I think what I like doing, though, with this one is I'm going to open a club and pass when partner bids one of a major. Okay, I can make a support double. Oh, this is not what I wanted to see. Partner has 5 spades and an invitational hand. We're getting a little overboard. Yeah, it's fine, but my, despite the small doubleton diamond, my hand is just so minimal that I don't think I can push for a game. Oh no, what was this? Why are we in a 4-3 fit? If you want to invite, just bid 2 no. Oh no. Okay, Queen of Diamonds to the ace. Heart switch. I mean, I'm going to play low. And the Jack of Diamonds back to the king. Okay, so we can now take stock as to what's going on. One of the useful things when you're in these, not particularly pretty 4-3 fits is that the opponents often don't know you're in a 4-3 fit, which means you can you might have some extra leeway as to what you end up doing on these hands. Fascinating. A heart went around to the ace, and now diamond came back to the king. So ideally, I would like to lose 1 spade and 1 club, if possible. I suppose I can accomplish that in a handful of ways. But if they tap me in the dummy, I can't really pick up king doubleton of spades with West anymore. Quite the conundrum. And if I were to ruff a diamond, and for example go queen of spades, king, ace, jack of spades, everyone follows, if I exit a low spade, and spades are 4-2, they might pull trumps and run the diamonds against me, which would be bad. So I'm thinking maybe it's going to be useful to try and pull trumps first before roughing a diamond. So I could go heart to the queen, spade to the jack. There is the possibility the queen jack of clubs is onside. Maybe a bit remote. So east is a passed hand, but also we know both opponents are limited to 11 highs, right? So West is turned up with nothing in hearts, just the diamond ace. East is turned up with the queen jack of diamonds and the heart ace. So East technically could have the queen jack of clubs. That would give them 10. Queen jack of diamonds, queen jack of clubs, ace of hearts. I guess East could also have the spade king, right? There's nothing preventing that from being true. So we could alternatively try leading a low spade to the queen. That might be a more productive way to go about trying to pick up the spade suit. Then we don't have to worry about getting tapped because the queen of spades won't be in dummy anymore. I actually think I like that line a little better than anything else I've looked at so far. We pick up king double ten of spades with East, of course. And we could never really pick up king doubleton with West. Also, I don't have to like squander a dummy entry or touch any of the round suits before I do this, which leaves me a bit of flexibility. And we're kind of in control. If they then play a spade back, I can win in hand with the ace, ruff a diamond, cross to the heart king, and try and pull trumps if they're splitting. Maybe we give up on the possibility of playing a club to the 10 in this case, but I think this is our best bet to try and make the contract. You know, maybe as expected, that suit did not work out the way we had hoped. Okay, so West has turned up with the king of spades, the ace of diamonds. It looks like nothing in hearts. I think now I want to win the king of hearts and play a club to the 10. We know East doesn't have a singleton, and West can't really hurt us if they gain the lead. Okay, this also didn't work. Spade comes back. Okay. I mean, I could try and cross to dummy and hearts and take a spade finesse. I think I should just cash the jack and hope the suit is splitting. We don't really know what's going on in the spades. I mean, even if their signals are to be believed, which I don't think is a guarantee. You know, maybe for whatever reason, East has decided to do something, or West has decided to do something weird. So I think I just cashed the jack of spades. Oh no. Oh no. And now I'm going to they're going to ruff here and cash a diamond. I'm down 2. This is now starting to feel like yesterday, where I can't do anything right. West switch to a low heart from 9 doubleton. Wow. Yeah, so West could have just beat me, right? Part of my thought process was, you know, at this point in time, West could have just returned a diamond to tap the dummy. Oh, a heart apparently also works. That is, oh, sorry, not at this point in time, but at this point in time, West didn't need to lead a spade back. They could have just returned the 10 of diamonds to tap the dummy. And this way, even if I did play a spade to the ace and decide that that spades were 4-2, I wouldn't have been able to cross back and take the hook. But as such, in this position, I could have played a club over, taken the spade finesse, pulled the last trump, and claimed. I mean, some people are going to pass the hand out, which means a minus score there is not good. Okay, halfway through, 2.5 hours in. I think I'm just going to pick up the pace. We're probably well out of contention for doing great in this event from here on out. I mean, we're not having a terrible set, but like I said, we needed to get 80, which meant everything needed to go correct today. And I think we're now out. So partner bids Drury, maximum passed hand. Despite having a minimum, the singleton a bunch of aces and kings. I think I'm just going to try for game. It offers a bunch of upside, and if we get really lucky, then we should have a good chance of making it. All right. Tricky spot, because we need to ruff a spade in the dummy, but also we need to avoid a club ruff. And that's basically going to be impossible. Yikes. Well, the queen jack of spades were not very helpful cards, partner. If that was the king of spades, or if one of those was a hard honor, then we would be in business. So it looks like we made a good judgment call as to bidding game. Unfortunately, partner's hand just didn't fit very well with ours. Okay, well, we could try for king, queen, third of diamonds somewhere. Maybe that's something we can do. I don't know if we have the entries to do everything, though. Queen of clubs, take a heart hook, another club comes, we win, we would need honor doubleton of hearts on side, so we would need to go diamond to the ace, diamond ruff, ace of hearts, dropping east doubleton honor, heart to the 10, diamond ruff. I mean, that would work. That's basically the only line I see that actually makes the contract against best defense. But it is risking down 2. If the ace of hearts on the second round doesn't drop the other honor, then we are in trouble. So I'm wondering if maybe it's more practical to just hope there's some misdefense. Win the club, lead a spade. No, they're just always going to play back clubs. They look at their cards and say, clubs are a safe suit. Let's continue that one. Okay, I guess I'm going to go for that line. I mean, I don't really see better. But there is some consideration to just kind of safely playing for down 1. But I don't think I like that, especially on this kind of hand. Partner's a passed hand, we have 12. Maybe some pairs in this field are just going to say, partner can't have a really good hand, let's just sign off in 2 hearts. And they'll score, they'll get a plus score just for doing that. So I think I probably should try and give myself a chance to make the contract. Okay. Step 1 is down. King of hearts with east. So now we just need king, queen, third of diamonds, right? What could possibly go wrong? I see. There might be no king, queen, third of diamonds. That's what could go wrong. Okay, fair enough. Whoa. Well, now I can just reverse the dummy. Oh my. Hey, okay, that's some good fortune. We have our 10 tricks. Yeah, it was not great defense by West to duck the Queen of Hearts there on the second round. I mean, they were hoping their partner had the Jack remaining, but I mean, fine. I'll take it. Okay, probably a pretty good result. So 18 highs on this one. We will open a club. Partner bids a heart. I think I can bid 2 no. which still might have 4 spades, and partner could check back if they want. So I'm going to do that to show my values. 3 diamonds showing hearts. I'm going to show my spades. Okay. Oh, this is funny. So this card combination in hearts, Queen 10, 9, 8, 4th or 5th opposite Ace Doubleton, is one of the most counterintuitive suit combinations out there. And Fred Gittleman, I guess, famously brought this up in the early days of Bridge Base, when there were still a bunch of these just like online articles, and that was the majority of the site, a handful of bridge tables and these articles. And the percentage play for 4 tricks in this heart suit is, pause the video if you want to consider this yourself. But here's the answer. The answer is to run the queen on the first round. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to win the Ace of Diamonds at trick 1, and we're going to run the Queen of Hearts. Now, maybe against these opponents, it could be the case that playing a heart to the ace and a heart up is actually better. I could see an argument for that, but I don't think I'm going to dwell on it. I'm quite happy to just take the percentage play in the suit. And hopefully that's enough to help us come out on top. And look, if we somehow magically manage to turn this around, and after a couple of really rotten, awful boards, a lot of them being my fault now, I have missed taking all of my tricks on a couple of them, and get on the podium, I can actually mention this to either Bridge Base staff or ACBL staff. I'm sure Fred would get a kick out of it, knowing that his heart suit combination actually helped provide a swing for us. But anyway, so I am going to pop up with the Diamond Ace and run the Queen of Hearts. The fact that East doesn't cover makes me believe the King is offside, which is not a good start for us. Really not a good start for us. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Fred, if I've let you down. I'm not going to go into the details. I mean, Fred, I don't know if there still is that article on Bridge Base Online about this, but if you could find it, that would be obviously a wonderful read. But we did take the percentage play in the suit combination. There are a bunch of holdings that this does work against, but obviously we did not have one of those holdings. And part of the problem is it is very counterintuitive, which means that I think the entire rest of the field here is just going to play Ace of Hearts Heart. The King is going to be on side, and they're going to score up their 9 tricks. So again, probably going to be pretty close to a 0, but we'll see. Okay, 11 highs were red. I guess I would normally recommend not opening these if your partnership style is to open a little heavier. In this type of event, though, I like to try and play for a plus score on every hand, so I will open. Diamond, a heart, 2 spades, so is double is penalty, so I'll just pass. Pass, double is interesting. We might have a heart fit. So I could try 3 hearts. The problem is partner's probably short in spades and might be getting tapped. So even if they do have a 5-card heart suit over there, maybe it doesn't play very well. We could bid 3 diamonds. I don't think that's so crazy. We could also pass. I don't hate the thought of passing the double. We have what might be a trump trick. But I guess I'll just bid 3 diamonds. Whoa. 14 to 21 high card points. I have 11. What makes me think that that's not an accurate description of their hand? Okay, 3 no trump. I know, probably not going to be a great contract, but I guess we'll try our best. 3 of clubs lead is interesting. Let's see how we might be able to reach 9 tricks. So I have 2 clubs, obviously. I mean, maybe I'm going to get 3 clubs, depending on what happens at trick 1. I can take a spade, kind of for free. I can lead a spade towards the queen, and with spade 6-1, East either has to pop up with the ace, giving me 2 tricks, or duck and risk losing their ace of spades forever. Hearts provides a possibility for tricks, so does diamonds. Okay. So the opening club lead went to the king. We'll probably see a club return. We do. Alright, I mean, it looks convenient to try and lead hearts now, just because we happen to be in the correct hand to do so. And I guess that means I'm going to try the queen of hearts next. How many tricks do they have? So they have the ace of spades, they have the ace of diamonds, and they're going to get a heart. I mean, it would have been really nice if I was able to lead a spade to the queen before doing any of this, but anyway, I'm going to try the queen of hearts. Okay. King is offside. We get a club return. So I can pitch a spade, win the queen. And I mean, now it's convenient to lead diamonds, but I think I really want to get the spade trick in and cut communications. This is going to put East to a difficult guess as to whether to take the ace immediately, or like this, they now have to duck. All right. So we can cash out some hearts. And the club. And I mean, if West has the ace queen of diamonds, we're in business. If not, things don't look so great, but I guess let's see what happens on these tricks. So let's try and run the 10. I see. We're not exactly in business then. Oh, this is beautiful defense by West. Because if I overtake, I have to lead into their ace-8. And if I don't, I have to lead into East's hand. We couldn't really have done better. Had we tried to set up diamonds earlier, West could win, and then they would still have communication in the spade suit. So West could eventually take 2 diamonds and then get the ace of spades. All right. Dummy's diamonds were not quite good enough. Maybe there was something we could have done. on this one. I mean, of course they do have 5 tricks, 2 diamonds, a club, a spade, and a heart that they can always get to if they want to take them. But maybe there was some better chance we had to potentially swindle them. If East had the singleton 8 of diamonds, though, instead of the singleton 6, we were in business. That would have been great. Pass, pass, pass. So let's open a heart. And partner did bid our stiff king, which gives it a little bit of extra weight, but I was thinking I might just rebid this 2 hearts anyway. Sometimes you just have a maximum for your bidding, so I don't think 3 hearts really, it's a bit of an overbid. The king of spades was the king of diamonds, I would definitely bid 3 hearts here, but I'm just going to bid 2 hearts, which actually is a little interesting because we were in 4th seed, we had the opportunity to open 2 hearts, and instead we chose 1 heart. Maybe that was a silly thing to do in general, but that's what I did. Okay. Anyway, so queen of diamonds lead. We have a spade loser, club loser, diamond loser, and a heart loser, at least, which makes me believe that we're probably in the right contract. I mean, maybe not. Maybe the clubs actually come home. I guess we can go ace of diamonds, pull some trumps, and then try and knock out the club ace. Queen, 6, 2, 5. Someone's holding on to the 4 of clubs, and someone didn't want to high-low from their doubleton. King, ace, 3, 10, okay. Well, they did find the diamond switch, so we're now going to need East to not have the remaining heart. Nope, they do. Okay, so we have a diamond loser and only 9 tricks, plus 140. Not so bad. There wasn't really much we could do after the diamond lead. I think a diamond lead is the only thing that holds us to, sure, a spade lead and a diamond switch, but they need to start knocking out the entries to that jack of clubs that we set up for a diamond discard. So good defense, but it looks pretty natural to lead from queen, jack, 10, 4th. So I guess happy that we didn't raise to 3 hearts. We would have ended up in a game, probably 4 hearts. Maybe we would go down on the same defense. Who knows? Okay, a spade by North, 2 heart overcall. Given the opponent's propensity for overcalling on terrible hands, I'm going to pass, and I was going to say partner's always going to reopen with a double. So I just wanted to defend 2 hearts doubled. Well, this is going to be an awful result because I think some tables might just jump to 3-0 with my cards, holding ace, queen, 4th of hearts. But, I kind of expect this to be going down 3 tricks often enough that I think it was worthwhile to go for a penalty. Anyway, I'm going to lead partner suit. Wow. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we've already beat it 2 tricks, but I think maybe we could have gotten another if yeah, this is just such a terrible overcall to make. 2 hearts on jack 10 empty 5th. They got so lucky that our partner had 3 card hearts and didn't find a reopening double. I mean, couldn't. Diamonds were 8-5-0-0 around the table. Our defense didn't work out all that well for us. We were supposed to beat at 3. After my spade queen lead, was this my fault, or was this something that partner did? Another club. I did rough in with the 7 of hearts, and I did cash the heart ace, and I did play a spade over. Partner cashed a club, led another club. I did over rough. Oh, I gotcha. Yep, this is my fault. I needed to exit a heart. Okay, well, mistakes are coming through. I'm kind of tired, and also not too thrilled that we're not going to be getting that 80% we had hoped for. This might be the worst session of all 3 so far. You know, a lot of these boards at 4 hearts down 2, 3 spades down 2, 2 hearts. Is 3 no making? Maybe that's an interesting question to think about. We have 3 hearts, 2 spades. I presume West is leading a diamond, but I don't know. 3 hearts, 2 spades, a diamond, and 3 clubs. It looks like it might be very thin. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Anyway, I still like my choice. I would have happily defended 2 hearts doubled with these cards. And maybe I would have defended better as well if I was focused on trying to collect 500. But okay, East passes. I'm going to open a spade. 7 boards to go. We get a 2/1 auction. That's nice. So 2 spades doesn't show extra spade length. 3 spades shows 13 or more high card points, but we don't know anything else. I think the robots expect me to just bid 4 spades with this hand. I think it's an awful bid, just because I have all these controls, but I don't have good support for partner's club suit. I'm okay with just bidding the 4 spades here. Jack of diamonds lead is not really what we like to see when we've gone low, because now we have no diamond losers. Huh. Well, how do we want to play this? I mean, first things first, we want to hop up with the diamond king. That leaves us a finessable position against East queen. And we could just try and pull trumps immediately. We could lead a heart, trying to either set up a heart trick or trying to rough hearts in the dummy. Obviously, the Jack of diamonds could be a singleton. So if we were to lead a heart and East wins the ace and gives their partner a diamond rough, it's less than ideal, but maybe that's not really avoidable. An alternative is we could just try and pull trumps, run the 9 of spades or the queen of spades, and you know, if that holds, we might be in an okay spot. Then at least we'll have pulled 1 round of trumps before any of this funny business and the diamond suit happens, right? Like, I mean, if West has, for example, king 3rd of spades, no, you know what? I take all of this back. I do want to knock out East's potential entry first, because I can always take the spade hook into West's hand. But if I were to run spades and West has king third, right, so that's the thing that I'm a bit worried about. West might return a diamond, I win the 10. I now try and set up heart ruffs and dummy, but East wins the ace, gives their partner a diamond ruff. So I think I would rather lead hearts right now. And this is going to cut the communications. Okay, good start. Now I don't even need the club hook, which I was mildly considering. Although I kind of need to decide right now, right? Because if I ruff a heart and spades happen to be 4-0 with the king on side, anyway, I'm just going to ruff a heart, and we're going to try the queen of spades. And now we can claim 11 tricks, pull the last trump. So yeah, kind of, this is one of those things, like I mentioned, if I had taken the spade hook first, West would win, could play back a second diamond. I get the finesse, but now, you know, if I try and pull trumps, I won't be able to ruff any hearts in the dummy. And if I cross to, say, the 9 of spades to lead a heart up, East could win the ace and give West a diamond ruff. So I think we got the maximum there, maybe a bit above average on that result. Okay, first seat favorable, match points. We have a 14 count with 2 10s, both 4-card majors. I'm very happy to open this a no trump. White on red. Big thing at match points is that you want to play a no trump if you're not vulnerable. You want the opponents to play a no trump if you are vulnerable. Just, you know, think about the scoring. If you're making 7 tricks in no trump and you're not vulnerable, then you're plus 90 and they might be minus 50 depending on their position. And if you are vulnerable and you're making, say, 6 tricks, then they would be plus 90 in a no trump, whereas you're minus 100. So a lot of these considerations don't really matter at imps, but at match points, this is a really important thing to kind of understand, that when you're not vulnerable, you want to declare a no trump. When you are vulnerable, you want them to declare a no trump. So I'll open a no trump. I'm happy to still search for a major suit fit. We found one, but we're a little too high. We're probably 1 trick higher than the rest of the field. I expect most of the field to open this a club. It goes a club, a heart, 2 hearts, all pass, something like that. Okay, well, the ace of spades lead could be ace doubleton, so we don't need to feel too excited about this opening lead yet. That hand does not fit well at all with my cards. You know, king doubleton, opposite ace doubleton is not the best holding. All right, I mean, in more positive news, we do have ace king third of spades on side, so that's nice. I think I'm going to duck this trick just to find out if East has the diamond queen. They probably do. Fascinating. And let's try and pull trumps. Hopefully this suit splits. Otherwise, we might be in a bit of trouble. All right. So what exactly is our plan with this hand in general? If spades are breaking, I can pull the last trump, cash the spade queen, play a diamond to the ace. I suppose play a spade, it doesn't matter. But then I can lead a club to the 10, and East gets end played no matter what's going on in the suit. Should probably try that. If spades aren't breaking, I mean, it's a little awkward, because then I might just need to play a club to the king. Yeah, if the spades are not splitting, I really might just need to play a club to the king. Well, I think this is going to be the line of play anyway, so let's test and see if the spades actually do split first before we lose any sleep. Yeah, in this case, we unfortunately do need to play a club to the king. So East has the last spade, which means that if I were to play a club to the 10 and East wins the jack, they could play a spade tapping the dummy. I would have to lead a club away from the king. Is there any indication that East might have the ace of clubs, though? Like, West has turned up with the ace-king of spades, and it looks like the diamond queen. It really looks like the diamond queen. East did not play the queen on that diamond switch, so if West has the club ace, East has the queen and jack. I mean, I guess West could have the jack. That would bring him up to 14, but, you know, remember this is a best hand tournament, so West can't have more than 14, given that that's all we held. What's East's shape? East has 4 spades, 2 hearts. If they had 2 clubs, that would give them 5 diamonds. I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible that that's what's going on. So, you know, an alternative I could try is play the 10. When they do return a spade, I could just duck a club off the dummy, play East for ace doubleton of clubs. It might not be percentage, but you know, one thing to consider is West didn't switch to a club. So West, holding the ace-king doubleton of spades, which they played at tricks 1 and 2, obviously is looking for a ruff. They switched to a diamond. I think they have the club ace, because they might have tried to get East in. Obviously, there's no guarantee that's what they would have tried to do, right? Maybe West is looking at queen third of clubs, and they were scared to lead that suit, so they tried diamonds instead. But I think I'm going to play the king. Yuck. And clubs were 4-2. So I could have ducked 2 rounds of clubs and made this. I mean, obviously they could have just beat me if it went ace-king of clubs, ace-king of spades, club switch. That would have worked. But West does have a bit of a guess. I mean, they're looking at kings in both minors. So it does feel a bit more natural to switch to the short suit. Obviously, this is why suit preference helps. If East was able to give suit preference for spades, and they knew somehow that their partner had ace-king doubleton, I think the robots lead king from ace-king, so ace is ace-king doubleton. But I'm not sure. Anyway, 5 boards to go. Could have made that. It feels kind of bad. Other tables are just going to be in 2 hearts. Yeah, we're slipping. We're slipping real far in this session. All right, 3 passes to us. Another one of these close hands. I mean, this time I have so many jacks, I think I'm just going to pass it out. Maybe not the right choice, but my hand was just kind of garbage for offense. Hopefully that garners some match points because it looks like North was going to invite if we did anything, like a diamond past 2 no trump or something. And with clubs not splitting well, I mean, king, queen of spades on side. Not going to spend too long analyzing that contract, but hopefully they're not making 2-0 with the north-south cards at other tables. Club by East. I have 14. I do have some club stoppers. I think some people might overcall this a no trump. I'm just going to bid a diamond. Heart, 2 diamonds by our partner. And they seem to have found a 4-4 spade fit. Well, it's a little spooky, because I don't really want to let them play in 2 spades, but I'm kind of out of gas. I do have a bunch of extra high cards, but it's like my distribution is not great. The spade queen is not good. The 3 small hearts are not good. Almost everything about my hand is just not good. And partners should have had a Q-bid available if they really had something like a maximum passed hand. They could have bid 2 clubs. So I think it's prudent to just sell out, let them play 2 spades. We'll lead the ace of clubs to have a look at dummy, and then probably switch to a heart or a diamond, depending on what we see. Okay. Ace 6 3 5. Oh, they're in a 4-3 fit. Interesting. Well, then I probably want to switch to trumps. Also, oh my god, this is a terrible hand from West. Why would they ever reopen with a double over 2 diamonds? That's crazy. Okay, now I'm like in let's punish them mode. Do we think East 2 spades denied 3 hearts? They think so. But we've been lied to before about the distributions for some of these hands. So I think I'm going to switch to trumps. That way I can play 2 rounds before East gets to ruff a club in the dummy, at least. Maybe this is not the right approach. Maybe I should hope partner has the diamond king and switch to a diamond. Well, what does East's hand look like? I suppose that's an important question to think about. They have ace 4th of spades. They probably have queen 4th or something of clubs. Doubleton diamond. That would give them 3 hearts. So maybe they have 5 clubs. Maybe they're 4-2-2-5. Right, so if that is their hand shape, then we really need to tap them. That's going to be the more important defense. Because they'll always be able to ruff a club and dummy, that sets up the whole suit, and then we need to deny them hand entries to be able to cash the clubs. So one possibility is I could switch to a heart, hoping that partner can win the ace and put like the queen of diamonds through or something. Another possibility is to just go ace of diamonds and a diamond right now. Or, you know, maybe even better yet, a low diamond to partner's king. I kind of like that approach. Obviously, East might have king doubleton of diamonds, and this could go very badly, but maybe I should look what partner played at trick 1. I mean, obviously their signal doesn't mean anything, but I think I should switch to diamonds. They did, after all, raise our diamond suit, so if they are likely to have an honor, maybe that's the one. Is there any reason to try the ace? East might have stiff king. Is that possible? 4, 3, 1, 5. I mean, it's definitely possible, but if they believe they've denied 3 hearts, seems less likely. I'm just kind of worried about blocking the diamond suit. Maybe that shouldn't be my concern. We're going to play 3 rounds of diamonds anyway. No, I'm going to switch to a low diamond. Hopefully partner wins the king. That would be nice. Oh, or the queen. Okay, so do I want to leave partner on lead and chance that they might come up with a more genius play than continuing diamonds? I don't think so. I believe I should overtake this and continue the suit myself. All right, not bad. We were able to tap declare once. So now they're in a 3-3 spade fit. Partner has more trumps than either of them. Cool. Partner's collected the heart king now. And a spade goes to the dummy. All right, the jack of hearts cashes, and now declare needs to come up with a new plan. Club to the jack. Now I can go spade. Yeah, what can I do now? Hold on. We might need to think this one through. I'm pretty sure if I play spade, it's going to be... Well, East knows the shape, so they're not going to do the wrong thing. They'll win, they'll ruff a club, they'll ruff a heart, and then partner gets the last trick. But if I play back a club, they just get to cross-ruff everything. Yeah, let's play a spade back. I was thinking maybe I could convince them into trying to pull 2 trumps and accidentally give up 2 tricks in the end. All right, down 1. So I think if I hadn't switched to diamonds, declare could have made that. Is that true? Let's take a look. I don't know, just quickly look at double dummy. Yeah, so if I don't switch to diamonds, declare could have roughed out the club suit and basically just played king of spades, spade to the ace, ignored partner's 4-card trump holding, and then started running clubs. And I'm kind of curious, if I led the diamond ace and partner didn't unblock the king or queen, would that have also let declare make it? Because then declare might have been able to pitch the queen of hearts on the 3rd round of diamonds. Partner wouldn't be able to continue the suit to tap them, and declare could basically do the exact same thing once again. Anyway, well, plus 50, hopefully a pretty decent result. 12 highs, we'll open a club on this one. A heart overcall, a spade showing 5, 2 hearts by East. I assume we play support doubles, therefore I can bid 2 spades, and I think I should. I do have good distribution, but the queen jack 4th in the opponent's suit is kind of putting me off from showing extras, but partner has the void, probably. So we have reached 4 spades. We have a 9-card fit. So despite all my wasted heart values, singleton diamond is probably helpful. I think we have chances. All right, 4 of hearts lead. Interesting. Well, maybe a bit of an interesting hand to think about how we want to play. Getting tapped in the north hand can pose us some problems. So I mean, if we were to, for example, ruff this heart, play a diamond to the ace, club to the ace, diamond ruff, ace, king of spades, diamond ruff, exit a club. If clubs are 3-1 and spades are 3-1, we're just going down, and that's no good. We don't want that. Now, of course, if spades are 2-2, we're still in good shape. We've pulled all the trumps. We've only ruffed once in North's hand, so we can then proceed to set up the club suit and lose a couple of clubs, but we will have ruffed our diamond losers. So a bit of a tough decision as to how we want to play. I mean, we could, of course, try and set up the clubs before pulling trumps. That's often the thing you want to do, is set up your side suit. If you're worried about getting tapped out, then you might want to set up your side suit before you pull trumps. Another alternative is, now that the hearts have been led, we could think about ruffing 4 rounds of hearts in North's hand. That could work out for us. All right, let's start by covering. Okay, so it looks like West has the ace-king of hearts. I think I like the line of ace of clubs and a club. For starters, if West is forced to win the second round of clubs, then West can't continue hearts. So we kind of get ahead on the tempo of them tapping us. This might be bad if clubs are 3-1, but I mean, unless it's really singleton king or queen of clubs with West, then I don't think we're going to get in that much trouble. All right, let's try this. Okay. Yep, this is exactly what I was thinking. All right. Well, for starters, I think we only have 1 club loser now. But I have, at this point, squandered an entry, so I don't think I can ruff the 2 diamonds like I originally planned. Because East would have led a singleton club. So West either has king-queen doubleton for this play, or West has singleton king. So either way, if we lead a club up towards the jack, we'll be able to pick up the suit for just 1 loser. Which makes me wonder if I should just pull trumps right now. If spades are 2-2, then I can lead a club up to the jack and we just claim. We'll lose 1 trick. If spades are 3-1, I mean, I can still pull 3 rounds of spades. Lead a club up to the jack, and once again, make 11 tricks. I don't have enough stuff to rough out all of the things I want anymore. So is there anything I can do against 3-1 spades? I mean, if clubs are 2-2, I think I can go diamond to the ace, exit a club. Yeah, that just seems like a terrible line of play. Let's not do that. All right. I'm gonna try and pull spades, see if they split. They do. So now I can rough a heart back to my hand, lead a club up towards the jack, and we have 12 tricks. Okay. I can't imagine anyone's getting to slam on that hand, but maybe they will. But we took the maximum. I kind of expect other people might just blindly pull trumps and not worry about all of the potential implications of getting tapped out or bad breaks in the club and spade suits. So it looks like they might take 12 tricks as well. 2 boards to go. We have massively sped up pace after a couple of bad results, but hopefully that will keep people interested and sticking around to the end of the set. At least that's what I hope. Okay, we have 13 here. Partner showing an invite with presumably without club support. The 3 clubs is 5-5. There was a hand yesterday where, I think it was yesterday, where I had like king, jack, 9, 8, 7 of spades, and I said, oh, even though I'm minimum, I think that we have chances to make 3 no trump because partner might have something like 10 doubleton. That kind of applies here to a similar extent, but I'm a little worried because the hand I currently have just has so many open spaces. It feels like partner would need to have a bunch of stuff in the red suits for us to have enough stoppers in no trump. And then, you know, even if they do, we're still going to need some luck in the spades, like 10 doubleton of spades, for example, or the spades to break with the finesse working, maybe. So I'm not too excited about trying to just bid 3 no and hope that that works out. I like the prospect of trying 3 clubs. If partner passes, we're probably in the right spot. If partner corrects back to 3 spades, it's probably not good. If partner bids 3 diamonds, it's probably not good. If partner bids 3 hearts, I'm probably happy. I mean, we're at least in a 5-2 fit, maybe even a 6-2 fit. I can pass. Yeah, I think I like this. Okay, not the greatest. Oh, and this is super gross because we're just cold for 3 no trump. We have 5 spades, 3 clubs, and the ace of hearts off the top. That's not good. Also, why would partner sit us in 3 clubs rather than backing us into 3 spades? Oh, this feels like the first board that was out of my control. I mean, of course, I could have raised 2 no to 3 no, but if partner is going to be putting us into 3 clubs with this kind of hand, then I don't really know what else. It makes me really uninterested in trying to describe my hand at all on some of the boards. Anywho, I mean, I'm happy that we're not having such a good set at the end, so I don't need to worry much about this one result. I don't think there's much to the play of this one. You know, we could spend a long time trying to worry about some sort of 5-1 spade breaks, and if I can maybe set up the diamonds or build up to some sort of squeeze, but I think I would rather just win the ace of hearts and go after trumps. As much of the time as we might be able to set up a squeeze, maybe hearts are actually 6-1 between the opponent's hands. East might have king, queen, jack, 6, then nothing else and didn't want to bid. So they get a heart ruff at trick 2. So I'm just going to try and pull trumps, and you know, now again we could spend a little time trying to isolate threats between the opponent's hands. I suppose I will. It is technically good play to do so. I mean, it just doesn't help to run the spades immediately. So let's go ahead and lead a diamond. Heart comes through to the jack, another heart, and now we can cash the club. We do get a spade pitch from East, so maybe we got really lucky here. Nope. we just had 11 top tricks from the start. That does not feel good, I have to say. But anyway, last board of the set. If you're still with me, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed this video or the series in general, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do post things pretty regularly. A lot of them are going to be non-national championship events like this, but they will be my streams from Twitch, possibly cut down to just the event part for YouTube, not a lot of the extra chatting with people over there. And I should have a link to my Twitch on my YouTube front page, so if you are interested in coming and chatting and hanging out every day, I tend to play 5 p.m. Eastern, the Zenith Robot Reward Tournament on Bridgebase Online. It's very similar to this, but not best hand type. Field strength is probably also pretty similar to this. So it's loads of fun. We get to see a bunch of crazy things that the robots do and a bunch of crazy things that I do. But ultimately, I hope you enjoyed the commentary for this, and I am sorry this has been such a long video. We're still just over 3 hours, so I've picked up the pace quite a bit from the start. But that's mostly because I do not believe that we're going to be in the top 10 anymore. Score-wise, this feels like it might be close to an average session, maybe slightly above average. But we'll see. A spade past 2 spades. I think 2 no trump shows the minors, which is unfortunate. So that means I could overcall 3 hearts. I could make a takeout double. Was 3 spades. So 3 spades is 25 plus high card points. I think I'm just going to overcall 3 hearts. 3 spades, 4 hearts, 4 spades. Okay. Well, I have a couple of options here. I could double. And the reason we might want to double is if we believed that we were making 4 hearts. Because then the opponents have kind of outcompeted us in a spot. And so like maybe at some tables they wouldn't outcompete us. Maybe at some tables we don't overcall and they just end up playing in a part score. So, you know, if 4 hearts was making, we were entitled to a plus on this board because we bid to our game contract that was making, and the opponents have stolen that from us. So we're not risking a lot of match points with this double. I think I've talked about that a couple of times on my streams, but basically the idea is that if about half of the field is getting to 4 spades and half of the field is being allowed to play in 4 hearts on our cards, then we're only risking a quarter of the match points by doubling. You know, we're going to be 25% if they are in 4 spades undoubled going down, or 4 spades making, or something like that. So we'll convert a 25% to a 0, but we will convert that 25% into a top if they go for like 500, for example. So we could double. I don't see anything about this auction which makes me believe 4 hearts was making, though. Now, the secondary question is, do I think 4 spades has a good chance of going down? I don't think the opponents play maximal doubles. So this 3 spade bid, while it says 12 to 15, I mean, maybe this is a hand that's just like invitational from West's perspective. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not certain. And then 4 spades from East. I mean, they could have a 10-card spade fit. Maybe that's what's going on. The fact of the matter is I have 12. So West is limited to 12, right? This is a best hand tournament. East is limited to just whatever they have for their simple raise. I'm kind of thinking that maybe they're just going to be going down on power. I am worried, though, because I've seen a lot of these hands where our partner has a giant fit for us, and they don't do anything. in the auction. Like if I double, maybe they pass with like a 5-card heart suit. The opponents have a heart void, they have 10 spades between them, they eventually lose a club and a diamond and maybe a trump trick or something. I don't know, I mean, it feels kind of close. Like we have the right distribution where we might want to save. If I was confident 4 spades was making, I would probably bid 5 hearts right now. With a human partner, I might even bid 5 clubs. That would give the human partner knowledge about what to do if the opponent's bid to 5 spades on the hand. But the best hand tournament, with West being limited to 12, I will say one thing. One thing that I often find, and this isn't just against the robots, even though I think they're more of a culprit than many in this respect, is that if you're short in terms of the length of your suit, oftentimes the opponents are going to do the wrong thing in the auction if they're competing. So here, East, and this is specific to the robots now, excuse me, East with heart length, like 3 hearts or something, might be placing their partner with heart shortness. And that could be due to the fact that we overcalled 3 hearts. Normally this would be something like a 6-card suit. Anyway, I'm gonna double. I think this is a close choice. Okay, partner pulls to 5 hearts, maybe fine. I expected to get doubled here, we did not. We're 1 down. We have a diamond loser, we have a club loser, and we have a spade loser. Cool. And how were the opponents doing? Probably going down. It might depend. I mean, it looks like we probably have 2 diamonds, a club, and maybe a heart. Anywho, I understand partner's decision to pull to 5 hearts, but I think I would probably have sat with 3 small spades. Okay. Let's not throw the hand away just yet, because, if trumps are 4-0, we might have some issues. Guess let's start with a heart and just see if the trumps are splitting badly. They're not. Pull another trump. Yeah, so this is kind of like something I said, that East, sitting on 3 small hearts, might have expected their partner to have heart void, and that's why they bid to 4 spades here. Think I can exit a diamond now. And I'm guessing they're just going to cash, a spade and a club. Do need to pull the last trump, but I am hopeful that the clubs are not splitting badly as well. Okay, so that's the end of the tournament. I am mildly disappointed about the final results. I am going to, so I'll click on this. We can take a look at how we ended up today. Yep, we're 55.58, so not a very strong finish. We had 200% results. That's actually crazy to me. Board 2 seems insane that no one else doubled 3 no trump on our cards. But yeah, you can take a look. I mean, we were having a very solid set for 8 boards, and then 4 hearts went down 2. We kind of came back, and then 3 spades went down 2. And this is when I started playing a little quickly and things just got a bit out of hand for us. Board 13, we also got 100%. I don't really remember that. Oh, this was the 4-heart hand where they ducked the Queen of Hearts on the second round. Fair enough. So that makes sense. 2 hearts down 2 got us a 90. Wow, this is the one where I dropped a trick at the end on defense. So 150, I mean, the extra under trick really didn't cost, but we just had way too many results that were below average to do particularly well. Anyway, I will be adding to this video, so probably gonna do a little fade out transition here and then cut back to the final overall results and stitch that in. But thank you all for tuning in. Like I said again, make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the videos in this series, and please subscribe to the YouTube. That would help me out, get me a bit more visibility. Tell all your friends if you like bridge content, especially high-level bridge content. That's mostly what I do on the channel, at least for now. And please stop by Twitch and say hi. Let me know what you thought about all of this. But thanks everyone for watching. Hey there, Midnight BradyBot here, hanging out with you, giving a final update on where we finished in the event. So quick recap. Session 1, we started out with 61% and change, which put us just outside of the top 100. Session 2, we had a pretty strong finish, 68%. Still not quite enough to make it towards the top of the leaderboard, but a really strong session. And then the one we just finished playing that you checked out, 56. The weakest of our 3 sets. We obviously had a couple boards not go our way in this one, and I think kind of as a result, I was feeling a little down and maybe didn't play my best in the second half of the session. So these were our percentage scores overall. We did once again manage to have a couple of boards that were clear tops across the field. A little surprising that some of these actions weren't duplicated, especially 3-no doubled on the one board, but just a few too many boards that were close enough to 0. We had a bunch that were a bit below average, and that'll do it. Still 56 and change is not really a horrible result. Not really up to the standards that I would set if I was trying to win the national championship, but here we are. So looking at the overalls, this is where we wound up. 62 and change average. We were in 53rd place out of almost 2,000 players. Did pick a couple of master points. Don't really know if these are gold or platinum. But taking a look at the tops of the leaderboard, so this was the top 10. I mean, congrats to JR Maine. They're a B player who was competing in national championship, and they won. So that's really awesome. We see Eric Greco in 4th place, obviously one of the best players in the US, and a partner of mine, Leo Lasota, sitting down here in 9th. So all very strong finishes. Congrats to the top 10 players. But that's going to wrap it up. I hope you all enjoyed the coverage and commentary, and you stuck with me through both the highs and the lows of this event. I will be doing more of this stuff in the future whenever there are some big online events, but for most of the smaller stuff, I do play live every day on my Twitch channel. You can find a link to that on my YouTube homepage if you're checking it out here. I would love to hear from you. Please come by and say hello. I don't bite, I promise. And until next time, hope you all have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world tuning into the content. I hope you continue to enjoy my videos and drop likes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So until next time, adios.